Good thing I wasn't saying my funny catchphrase.
Okay, you guys can hear me now?
Hello.
Oh, they actually could hear you. They just couldn't hear me. Oops. Well, you can say your funny catchphrase now, Sheila. Hi, welcome to the West March guys for another stream, and definitely no technical issues on this one, not from the very beginning. Knockdown is running a hair late, but that is fine. We are going to jump right in to seeing how this crew is going to handle their current predicament mission. Um, so the five of you find yourself in Xander's hideout, I think is the best way to describe it at this point. Um, Currently trying to figure out what your next steps are. You know that Penelope has indicated that that Heavyneck's hook is most likely at the guard headquarters, and you're going to need to break into the heavily secured evidence locker to retrieve it. Um, Other than that, that's about all you got. Uh, I'll give it to you.
All right, so
Do
this evidence locker,
Yeah.
right? So Heavyneck's hook thing is there, right? And that's what we're going for.
I always
Yeah,
wanted to do
that's
something.
How much else do you think is in there?
I don't know, but we're gonna find out, and we're gonna take a bunch of stuff.
Okay,
yeah.
I have
Mama
a
is
question.
in need of a few upgrades.
I think we
I
have
have
a
a
couple
question.
bags of holding between all of us.
I have a question for everyone here. Which is, can anyone do the thing with the eyes where you can see all of the magic things in the room?
Detect magic.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
the one.
I can
have
also
that.
actually find traps.
Yes, I particularly prepared it for this outing.
Okay, yeah. So as long as everyone's got that, I can't do that one particular thing. I can do so many other fucking things. I just can't
Oh,
do
I've
that
got
one
your
thing.
back on that one, bud.
Okay,
I'm a
that's
detect up in this
excellent.
book.
I got find traps today too,
I
and
can
What?
see
pass
into
out
the
a
fucking
trace.
ethereal plane, but I cannot see a magical
Yeah.
item in front of me.
That must be so irritating.
I saw a pseudo dragon the other day. You know that?
What is that?
What's a pseudo dragon? Is that a
It's
fake dragon?
well, yes, basically. Well, yeah, that's what the name implies. Yeah.
Like you say these things sometimes, Finn, and I'm like, don't believe you.
I mean, that's fine. I'm a sociopath and a liar, so it's fine if you don't believe me.
I saw a pseudo dragon.
But at least you're an honest one.
How do you know?
Yeah,
Like
I'm
a
an honest
dishonest
liar.
one wouldn't tell us.
Right, I'm an honest liar, which is fine.
We always know where we stand with you.
And that's
Just
why you
mild
Anyways,
disbelief.
anyway, so we got that.
anyways,
We got that.
we got that.
I can make a soul invisible to get in. Etrian can do the thing where people see us a little bit less, or sense
Yeah.
us a little bit less.
So, what
Um,
time do we want to go? We do want to go in the evening. We want to go now,
After tea, perhaps.
Yeah.
Maybe real late
which
at
would
night or
be
early in the
when.
morning.
I don't know. Whenever we
I
have
feel
tea,
like
it's
on
no
like a
specific time. Every time is a good time for tea.
change might be a good idea.
Oh, what?
Like when they
Well, is there?
Oh,
so
chip change, yeah. Can we find
Yeah.
out, does Xander have any criminal contacts that might be able to tell us, like get us the blueprints and the layout, maybe the patrols and security information?
You can
Yep.
certainly try. I
Xander?
So, like Xander, how much time would you need to get this information? You seem
what
to
do
be a
you
guy that knows things. Can you do it fast?
what do you need to roll for that?
Well, you need to guidance.
Xander's like, let's see. Do I know anyone who knows the interworkings of the guard station? Uh,
I
I
mean,
don't.
don't you just know these things?
I mean, I know a lot of things. I don't know everything. I mean,
You're one of the seven.
the rest of them did. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Anyway, the rest of them have much better connections than I do in terms of the like important things. I like the uh normal people, I guess you could say. Anyway, all those bureaucracies are no fun. I'd rather go steal a ship. Anyway, so I do know there's a place where all of the guards hang out.
What if we got one really drunk and had him tell us stuff?
It's not a bad idea.
Or we could just find out what time they all show up at this place.
That
And then go and break in at that time.
Because they all probably show up immediately following their shift.
that that you might be onto something, bud.
It's not a bad idea.
And then we don't have to talk to anyone.
That is
Then we
true.
can just watch from afar.
True.
I mean, that won't give us all the information about the insides, though.
I mean, they're not going to give us all the information about the insides, but you could try anyway.
That's
Sheila,
fair.
they might give Sheila all the information about the insides.
Yeah.
But I was planning on doing a full blowout today.
You might have to.
Yeah.
Um,
I'll leave that one
But
alone.
hey, before we do that, I have like this ring I would like to go pick up.
I'm here. Give me like 1 minute.
you're good.
You're good, man.
So like
You've got a ring?
maybe we could I've got a ring that
Oh, is that thing
Yeah.
finally ready?
it is finally ready. And
What kind of ring is it?
It raises it's a ring of beauty skin. It always makes my skin so radiant that it just bounces off attacks and raises my AC a point.
Nice.
It's called the
Wow.
it's called the Neutrogena ring.
No.
Or actually even better, how about this? The Estee Lauder ring.
Oh.
The ring of Estee Lauder.
There you go. Perfect. What a good name.
I'm here.
So you guys are all chatting at this table, and you watch as Nocton stumbles in, like looking
Hi, bud.
exhausted and just.
Where have you been?
Speaking of stealth,
I've been working.
On what?
I don't know what's going on.
You don't know what you're working on?
Where?
He looks
did you
very
finish fixing
tired.
Moby's dick yet?
Yes, that is complete.
Ah, shit.
I assume you've been still tinkering away trying to get the boat to be ready for its next.
That is correct. That is
Submersion.
where I have been.
uh,
I wasn't sure what company we were in, if that was a shareable.
We're at home, just
We're all in the
planning the
lab.
Yes.
break-in.
I have been below. I've been below.
We're in the interrogation room. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
That's a good point. I don't know if Xander is fully up to speed with it, so I'll say you guys.
He's
are,
not. We're supposed to be keeping it out away
Yeah.
from him.
You're subtle enough because that's
Oh,
my bad.
then we don't ask him that.
Yeah, no.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought he definitely knows.
He doesn't know
Yeah.
about the submarine. He knows about Moby's dick, though, I believe.
Oh, but the break-in he's fine with. Okay. Just making sure.
So many secrets.
Uh,
Yeah,
Alright,
he's
well
fine
then-
with the break-in.
Keep track.
Nocturne, we're trying to figure out the best way to get into this evidence from the police station to steal all the evidence, or the
Yeah.
evidence for Heavy.
I see.
What's all the goodies?
Are you asking for advice?
Sure?
I mean,
How would you do it?
well,
Just flash forward to us just doing this as he's dictating it.
I don't recall what the specifics of the traps and/or magical barriers were. I have removed that information to let more information in the most recent future, or most recent past, excuse me.
There's not a ton known
That's unfortunate.
about this the interior of this facility. No one's ever like gotten into the evidence locker specifically. Attempts to teleport into it have proved did not work. It is the guard headquarters, so you know that there are a lot of people that exist in this area, and you assume it's probably pretty well guarded considering how this city works. That's about
I
it.
see. Well, as people are not particularly my purview, once we get to the more hardware-based obstacles, I could certainly detect magical items and the like. I believe that one of us can detect traps, correct?
Yes.
That seems like a reasonable way to approach this.
All right. So
Oh.
maybe try to get some uniforms and just hang out outside the prison and wait for the shift change. and
So
See
like
what
after
happens.
shift change, let's
Or-
Etrian, you elemental, and let's do a little smash and grab.
Or I
We
can
might need
turn
a
us
little
all
bit more time.
invisible. I can turn us all
Or
invisible
we can go
still.
invisible and just sneak in there.
And you can
mean, we
turn us even more invisible. And
We can.
knocked on. Question for you: do you have? Can you do the thing with the thieves' tools and break into locks and stuff?
Yes, I am capable with any type of tools you can imagine.
Okay.
The only concern is that we just don't know what's inside. If there's an anti-magic field or anything like that, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. But I guess we would be anyways, so we can just kind of go for it.
I can't imagine there would be an anti-magic field at the police headquarters because I'm sure that they use magic in the headquarters.
Yeah. I mean, can it be localized? Just like in the hallways or something?
Well, worst
Hmm.
comes to worst, I'll like just wink our way out of it. You know.
There you go. All right.
So to get back to your ring, Sheila, give me a general stealth check. Let's see how easy or hard it is for you to just go get it. Okay, so
13.
um, it as you go there, you're fine. You're able to pick it up. As you're walking back, you notice seems like an individual is currently tailing you.
Front row.
Um,
Fireball. No, I'm just kidding.
In the market? No.
I'm kidding. 100% kidding.
I know.
Sheila would like to. Am I walking through like a crowded street?
Yeah, like you can kind of if you want to like take a turn and then walk down like one of the busier streets. Absolutely.
Sheila wants to take a turn, and then, if possible, because she is a fucking fiend at athletics, she wants to try to scale a building so that she gets up real quick. So when the guy's there, she's not there.
Okay, I like this approach. Give me an athletics check.
21.
All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, you kind of do this like down a corner and then up onto dumpster, up a fire escape, and then you're up, and you see like it. We see like the foot kind of like going over the edge as the person just kind of turns the corner and like looks around and then starts running down the alleyway, assuming you took off running, and you just kind of watch as they kind of like, and then out into like a busy street, and you see them like looking around, but you've lost the tail.
Sheila is gonna purse her lips as she watches. And what does she observe this individual to look like?
So it looks like a you assume halfling in race based on their height and general demeanor. They are they're wearing like a generic brown cloak that's kind of like half up over their head. Um, and there's not a lot of super discerning features. Give me a perception check.
15.
Okay, so you do see sticking out from like under the cloak, like what seems to be like a scabbard for scabbard sheath for a rapier. That has like it almost looks like it's got like a ruby encrusted like line up up one side of it. Um, that's like the only discerning feature you really pick up, and then eventually they kind of like you kind of lose them into the crowd as they seem to be. You notice they're like looking around, and then eventually you lose sight of them because they're shorter than most of the individuals. Then you're able to kind of backtrack and then make your way the rest of the way safely. But yeah.
Like guys, so on my little outing in which I got my bling ring, guys like it, by the way.
It's very nice.
Beautiful.
Thank
It's a
you.
nice ring, Sheila.
Thank you. I just a little memento of our journeys, But anyways, so there was like this little halfling with this ruby encrusted little dagger trying to follow me, and I gave him the little slip, but I don't know what he was doing or why he was running towards me.
Well, it's probably because we're outlaws in the city.
That is true.
You think that little bug is trying to get me for Thaddeus?
We really shouldn't be out in public.
Yeah, I mean that is
I
generally the rule we've been
Completely
following.
forgot about. Would have made some bad decisions. All right.
But no, girl got to get her bling, so it was worth it.
It'll
Well,
be
I'm,
useful to us.
I'm glad you managed to evade them.
What they look like?
Anyways, just a little halfling dark cloak,
Okay.
fire
Oh,
blinged
that
out
one.
scabbard for his dagger.
Right. All right. Well, ready to go?
Yep.
Yeah, let's do. Well, are we going in the evening? Or are we just hanging out for a day, then doing it the next day?
Uh,
You guys have
Yeah,
time, so
well-
you don't necessarily need to do it all in one day. Like, there's no huge, like, ticking time bomb.
I mean, other than
or is there?
Thaddeus.
To be honest, I really want
Well,
to see.
I
what's
mean,
in-
okay, there are ticking time bombs, but I'm saying you could take a
Which-
day or two and you wouldn't really hurt yourselves. So,
Like my last phone call with him, which was like a couple days ago, like a day ago, he said he'd be here in like 13 more days. So
Yeah, he did say that.
Oh, so assuming he's not lying. then-
All right.
he's
well,
definitely
why
telling the
don't-
truth, for sure.
but,
How
but
about
we
this?
definitely have enough
I don't know
time
what to
to
trust.
Do
So
you want
remi-
me? Do you want
Go
me to
ahead.
go take a day and scout it out and get a buzz for the guard schedule?
That would
sounds
be
like a plan.
useful. I
Yeah.
believe that we did determine that there were some arcane cannons we may need to dispatch as well, correct?
A bunch of shit in there.
Was that for the prison or for the jail?
That was for the prison.
Yeah, we're going to that's the prison. We're going to the jail right now, which is separate, I think.
Yeah.
We're going to the guard headquarters.
Yeah, the guard
first.
headquarters.
Ah,
Thank
yes,
you.
we are raiding the thing, the place that might have interesting trinkets.
Correct.
Yeah, they don't keep them in
recall.
the same facility for obvious reasons. But yeah, so um yeah, Finn, if you want to do some sneaking,
Yeah. So I'll go do that, and then tomorrow we can go.
give me a stealth check as well.
All right. I'm invisible.
Okay.
And stealth with advantage. 18.
Okay.
Nice advantage.
Uh, you don't notice anyone noticing you. And then give me a perception or investigation check as you're scooting around looking, trying to get a bead, or
Not 20.
yeah.
Let me use a thing.
Let me fix that real quick.
Let's see if this helps. And let me do this too.
So what do you
But wait,
use
there's
there?
more.
So that's an 18.
There you go.
So what did you use?
Yeah.
I used, well, the first one I used magical guidance, so I spend 1 sorcery point to reroll the d20, and then I also used favored by the gods. So if I can't use that for
For skill
favored by,
check?
I can't use favored by the gods for
Stop ripping.
for regular checks. It's only for saving throws or attack rolls.
Okay.
So never mind, it's a 13.
So I would say with a 13, you get a general bead on kind of the ins and outs of this facility. So like you get an idea of what the outside looks like. Um, it's a huge facility. Like as you kind of go a loop around it, you'd say it's at least like 10,000 square feet. Just in like preliminary, and you assume there's at least like a basement floor below it. It's like a story and a half tall, but um, on top of it it's kind of like it's domed on the top, so there's no like you assume it's for security measures because there's no like flat spot or anything. It's just kind of like a smooth round top that um, there's not any like spots to kind of dip or duck or hide on top of it. The rest of the building, for the most part, is all just like generic square brick, like building, kind of with the same facade of the rest of Viomacania. However, at the entrance, there's this big, large, almost gaudy entrance that Um, has like a oval or a half circle, like what's the word for like an entryway? Whatever. Half circle entryway that has like a revolving door in the front and like two side doors, and on top of it this big clock, and like in big gold letters across like above the like revolving door in the front is like justice. And then there's two statues on either side in like pure gold that
So it's like
are.
Gotham PD basically.
That's a great way to explain it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, very much like um, so you get like a bead on the outside. There's no back door. It seems like everything goes in and out of the front door. At least nothing that you could see. Um, in terms of guards and their kind of general, you notice that like there's a lot of police moving in and out of this. You have a hard time necessarily discerning when like a shift ends or starts. However, you do pick up that like there seems to be more busy times and more quiet times. There's no like hard. You don't pick up like a hard like at 8 o'clock is definitely when the shift change happens, but because there's like you can see patrols going into the building at times, patrols leaving the building at times. There's people constantly moving in and out. There's also a lot of civilians going in and out. You
So
actually,
staggered shifts, lots of civilians. Got it.
yeah, you actually walk if you want. You could walk in at one point, like follow someone in into like the lobby area, and there's like it's a general lobby area, and there's like a big glass window, and there's people like lined up. You can see people filling out forms at tables, and people like general like officey things kind of occurring on in this like kind of uh rotunda. And then but that's as far as like the public can get. um you see police guards moving in and out kind of here and there. And
Do I see? So as the guards move in and out, I assume there's like doors to the back. Do I see like any card readers or any like type of security measures to get into those doors?
you do notice it, I will say, even with a like a lower perception, because every single one of them has to do it. They all have like some sort of card that they like hit at the scanner before they can open the door. So like every single one of them has one of those on them, and they're always like boop, and like you hit like clink, and then they go in. So
Okay. Does it seem like all of the guards know each other, or does it seem like there's a shit ton of guards that like, maybe everyone doesn't know each other?
Woo!
um, there's there's a lot. I give me an insight check.
Okay,
Okay.
17.
Yes.
You assume there's definitely people that don't know each other well. You're not 100% sure if like I don't know if you've ever worked in an office building. You assume everyone kind of recognizes everyone, but you assume people don't even might not even know each other on like a first name basis because there's a lot of people that move in and out. So
Right. So they're theoretically there could be somebody that somebody walks by. It's like, oh, okay, I'm not gonna think twice because they could work here.
yeah, you kind of pick that up.
Okay.
I like your thought on this.
Um, at some point while I'm here, can I circle the building with True Sight and search for any magically hidden doors?
Okay.
Boy.
Let me look up
Nice,
True Sight real
nice.
quick.
That's a big boy spell.
All right.
There.
Oh, perfect. Uh, gives you willing creature to touch the ability. You can see it all out to a range of 120 feet. Okay. So you you don't notice any magically or hidden doors uh, on the ground level. And as far as you can see, I'm thinking if you were looking straight down and if it's please hold. Um,
I don't think True Sight goes through like solid objects or walls or any or like anything like that. So
yeah, I'm trying to like I will give you some details, but you can't you do at the very least you do notice that there is a second a floor below the current floor, so there's definitely a basement. Um,
okay.
you don't notice any doors of any sort. You can see kind of into the building, so as you kind of do a loop around it, and you're looking in, you can see like 120 feet in. So you can't see all the way across the building because the building is much larger than that. But as you kind of go to you see a bunch of offices. Um, you do see on one corner there's like a holding cell, and there's a few individuals that are in it that seem to be in like cuffs, just kind of sitting on benches. Um, you you notice lots and lots of desks and people sitting at desks and working at desks, and you'll see you see like people taking notes, people working on things, people sorting things. A lot of bureaucracy, I guess, kind of occurring. Um,
Okay.
yeah, I'd say that's pretty much everything you pick up. Um,
I have. Oh, is he? He's not back yet. He's still just there, right?
No, this is just the two of them.
so yeah, is there
All
anything
right.
else you
Cool.
want to kind of scope out as you're there?
Surrounding businesses. Does it seem like well, not like specific, but does it seem, is it like businesses or is it residential or a mix
Um,
of the two?
it's I would say at best it's business. You do notice there's another. It seems like public works building a little bit further down. There's nothing that butts up against it. It's a very large building, so it takes up almost like a good part of a block. Like it takes up like it has its own block essentially. It's not like a full block width, but they just have like spaced out around it. There is like on either side of it to kind of fill in the gap. There's like small parks with benches and whatnot, but um, in general, it's just like it's its own space. And then kind of like you have like a little bit of bureaucracy buildings, and then on the other side of it, like a street or two down, there's businesses. You do pick up. I will give you. There's a bar that you notice. Not all of the guards going to, but there are a few that seem to all favor this one area as you're kind of like scoping out the whole area.
Okay. Um, I have a hunch, but I don't think Finn would, so I'm gonna leave that one alone. Um, all right, cool. Is there like okay, so there's like a bar like nearby.
Yeah, there's like
Echo, stop.
you essentially find the closest bar to it, and you see
Mhm.
it's not packed full of guards, but you do notice
Several.
it has some guards
Okay.
in it. You
All
assume
right.
just based on the proximity.
Cool. In that case, I am going to head back to Xander's
Cool. All right.
because I don't feel like walking because I'm a lazy bitch.
Did you teleport? Yeah.
So yeah.
So yeah, Finn is just gonna apparate in the middle of the room and just be like, "Oh, right, invisible. Okay, off.
Oh God!
Hello.
Have you been here the whole time?
I go into primal
Yes.
savagery and stop myself at the last second.
Well, where you been? How was
I've
that?
been here the whole time and I saw everything.
Oh, well, that's some.
And I'm going to tell everyone unless you pay me. Anyway, all right, so bleh, everything that just happened.
Okay.
Interesting.
So, in short, you have no idea where they keep these objects.
I have no idea where they keep the objects. It's not on the ground floor. It does look like there's a basement. The shift changes are kind of all over the place. There's no like real clear distinction. It's a business heavy area, so maybe we go at night after most of the surrounding businesses have closed.
How hard do you think it would be to get a hold of guard uniforms?
There is a bar nearby where the guards tend to go to after their shifts. So I think if we were looking for someone, oh, we also need a key card to get into the back of the headquarters. So perhaps we could,
Pay him a visit first.
make a guard disappear more or less and grab his uniform and his key card, and we should be good to go, really.
If we want a better look inside, can you turn me invisible if I turn into like a rat or something, and did it look like I could crawl around and get through doors in there?
Yeah. So you need a key card to get through the door, but if you happen to, follow someone through a door as like a mouse or an insect or something, that could work.
We want to
You
risk
want to give
getting
that? You want
stuck
to give
somewhere,
that a
but we
shot?
can, yeah, we
I'm
can
wondering
try it
if it
out.
would be useful for me to alter the configuration of 11 slightly. And
Yes. Yes, it
Yeah.
would.
Yeah, don't even go on. Just yeah.
You don't even have to.
um,
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Smaller, more quiet.
Yeah. Perhaps a little
no,
more
I was
stealthy.
actually aiming to make him slightly larger and more distracting.
Oh,
Well,
I see where you're
Rampaging
going with
robot
this.
runs amok.
well, you're uninvited.
As in, if we were to, if one of us were to bring 11 to the authorities as if we had
Apprehended it.
incapacitated and apprehended 11, and then they were to deliver 11 to the same area where all the other
Evidence.
evidence is located.
Can we fit inside that thing?
Well, a rat could.
This is getting interesting.
How long can you hold that form?
I enjoy this creativity.
6 hours?
All right. Now, what if they put you somewhere where you are not able to shift back to your normal form?
So that's a DM question because the wording is I can use a bonus action to wild shape into something else. When I'm wild shape, I can use a bonus action to end the wild shape. So does that mean that if I'm a rat, I can wild shape into like a spider and get out somewhere smaller and then hang out and then, short rest in the corner and then get my slots back?
I would say yes, you can wild shape from one form directly into another.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can essentially just be wild shaping again.
Yeah.
In regards to short resting while wild shaped, I don't see why not. It's funny to me, like part of it is I don't know if you get both back because you're still technically using one.
But that slot's used is expended, so I'm down 2 slots.
I know that's such an interesting thought process because like
I have technically done it
really
before
smart.
in this campaign, but I didn't want to assume going into somewhere where that would really help us out. It would be allowed.
Joe's taking notes.
Yeah.
yeah, right. I would say yeah, because I mean theoretically all the rules are just like if you short rest, you get your slots back, and you theoretically have already
Yeah.
had it. So I don't see why not.
All right. Well, I think we might have something.
Where are we actually planning something before we do?
So
the
you
hell
guys
is
can just-
happening?
someone give me another bag of holding because when I turn into an animal, all of my gear turns with me, so I can just fill up 2 bags of holding with it. We could be in and out in like an hour.
So we're really just going to send one person in there.
No, that was not the entirety of the plan.
No, this is a great idea. Definitely only send one person in.
No, but like, what if it
The
works?
remainder of the plan
be the
was
greatest
mostly
thing
to cause a
ever.
distraction while.
Honestly, that makes so much more sense than sending 5 people.
Yeah.
Right. However, our distraction does
It's
not need to
called
be
Lenny
at
going
the
insane.
same location.
Yeah, that'd be better if it were somewhere else to bring more guards away from the area.
Oh,
I just know that the way Joe designs things, we're going to need 5 people.
yeah.
You're fine. You're fine.
So what if I were to cast
Oh.
transport via plants and then turn into a spider? Could I technically wild shape through a very small like plant? Or can I
No.
can I transport via plant? Okay.
No.
All right. Well,
I'll clear that one up real quick.
There's the
can
line.
get out via house plant.
Here's one. Can you polymorph Sheila and then wild shape yourself?
Yes. Polymorph only lasts for an hour though.
Okay. Well, how long do you need?
For what?
I don't know. To get in and out?
Probably more than an hour. But But I can, because I'm gonna have to take at least an hour nap in there to get all my wild shapes back. But I can burn a couple spell slots.
Well, I was gonna say, what if Nocton and Magmor and I hang out outside and cause a ruckus, while you and Sheila go inside and do what you need to do, because if you run into trouble, the two of you are not going to take lightly to any issues.
We don't want to kill everybody. What if we run into? I mean, we can do a lot of things, but if there are any locks, we're in trouble.
I mean,
the
that's
dreaded door.
Yeah.
Well, if we just grabbed the key thing first and then did it.
I
And
am happy
the
to be the
key.
one who polymorphs with Etrian. However, I'm not particularly fond of close quarter combat, although I can hold my own for a short amount of time.
I am like specifically designed for getting up in people's faces.
True.
Well, let me see here.
I'm a big girl with big girl problems.
You can't upcast polymorph, right?
I don't believe so.
No, you can't.
Unfortunately, that would
This
be
is why
sweet.
I wanted to take a couple levels of sorcerer to get those meta magic.
Twin
Yeah.
spell. Yeah.
Yeah,
You can get you can get the feet.
yeah. But it's only two.
I believe I may have a plan. I'm knocked on. You see him just like reach into his bag of holding, and I pull out this rope, and I just like whip it into the air, and it just goes up. It's just look as if it's just hanging in midair. And you watch as I climb into it, and I just disappear at the top, and the rope disappears as I pull it into this space where I disappeared.
Is that a fucking pocket dimension?
I know we can do a lot of cool stuff, but that's really cool.
And I sort of stick my head out and say,
Where's that been this whole time?
That's
I
a
have not seen reason to use this.
that's a goddamn pocket dimension.
So
What the fuck? How do you have a pocket dimension?
Is
I
it
want one
attached
of
to the
those.
rope?
Can you make me one of those?
it is attached to the rope. Yes.
That's cool.
So if we can get into the evidence area,
I
we
was
can
wondering why you were gathering all that powdered corn extract.
raid it, and then we can likely hide inside until the door is opened again. And in theory, possibly escape.
So at the very end, if we have to bust some heads, we'll be on the way out, not the way in.
That'd be better.
That would
Then we
be
only
the
have
to- That would
idea.
be
However,
better.
I do not know how all of us will get inside still.
Theoretically,
Put
I
me in your
think we should-
machine.
theoretically, on the way out, we'll have some magic items that we could use to fight our way out.
True.
Just start waving
assuming
shit
that we
around.
have an inventory telling us what all of those magic items are. Wink, wink,
So,
nudge,
like-
nudge.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna be disguised to go in there because everyone will be looking up at me and being like,
What if
"Who
I
that?
so
Who that?"
so what if I go in as a rat and I polymorph you as a rat or something? Knocked on Finn and Magmor can be invisible and go in and
Yeah.
meet us in the inventory or the evidence storage.
So
Yeah,
then
that's
we'll
fine.
just hang on them like little rats.
Assuming that we are not seen, yes.
Yeah, the
Okay.
fewer
I
people I
can-
have to make invisible, the better.
I can do
Okay,
cast.
so
I can do pass without a trace. Oh no, I can't. That and polymorph are both concentration.
Unfortunately,
pass
my
without
rope
trace is
trick
concentration?
cannot contain Sheila, as she's a
Oh.
large creature, correct?
Sheila's medium.
Or she's
Yeah,
medium?
pass without a trace.
Oh, okay,
Technically
great.
medium. The very tippity top of the medium scale, but medium.
Yeah.
Well, because of 5e. So
Then
can
we
you
can all
move the
fit.
rope around?
No.
Oh, okay. You just go in there and like hide until nighttime and come back out.
Essentially, yes.
I like that. And then you can send us ahead in the whatchamacallit, the robot.
Yes. So, I mean, this is an object that many people can suggest uses of. I was envisioning perhaps several of us
distraction.
making it into the evidence locker, hiding until the people who bring us there leave, raiding said evidence locker, waiting till they come back and discover it is empty, and then likely attempt to escape quickly.
That'd be great. We can just hang
What
out
if
and watch the panic for 8 hours. I like that. Let's yeah.
Well,
And
what if
how long does this last? How long does this pocket dimension of yours last?
There is not a time limit as far as I'm aware.
1 hour?
It's an hour.
Is it? Yes, it is an hour. I lied.
Well,
What? Okay, so what if we got into the evidence locker, loaded up on magic items, waited for them to come back and check it, hopefully destroy them quietly enough to take their uniforms and walk out.
So rob the place, murder everybody, and leave.
Just
I
the
mean,
people that
it
come back
would
to the
work.
evidence locker.
It would-
selectively murder.
Selectively. We don't have to kill everybody. Just selectively kill 1, 2, 3, 4. What is there? 5 of us? 5
Also,
people?
point of order. It's been said that we cannot teleport into it. It has not been said that we can't teleport out.
That is true.
I mean, that'll be like a light plan A. You know,
Yeah.
like
So we could try that first, and when that doesn't work, then we can do this other stuff.
Okay.
yeah, we can have a fun moment with it and then move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll consider it. Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
definitely considering.
5 gold says we can't teleport out either.
All right. Well, I mean, that's like, it's worth an action and a 7th level spell slot.
Oh yeah.
Oh damn! I mean, it's worth a try.
I suppose I could do teleportation circle too.
No. Like I said, I think it's worth considering.
So is that what we're doing? Are we going in, me and one other person, or just me on the robot, and the rest of you guys are
we
going to
do
go in the
need
front
somebody
door?
to claim that they have discovered 11 as
Well, we're all very recognizable.
does anybody here have the ability to disguise themselves?
No,
I
You
can
know, I
so
think
close
what
though.
Magmore,
You've
been part of the City
can
Watch.
you hire?
True.
You've been part of the City Watch of another city, so perhaps you know some of the ins and outs of being in a City Watch. Perhaps if we get you an outfit, you could play the part best.
I could try. Let's see. How's my?
I was also gonna suggest maybe Xander. You could just pay one of those homeless people
I'm
off
just
and be like, Anya to do this.
That seems like a better choice.
Oh yes.
I'm just gonna let it be known I have a 0 on my deception. So.
So let's just pay a bum to do this.
Because I'm sure they'll roll better than a +0. Anyway, yeah.
I mean, I could do it. I'm just quite recognizable. Although
I don't
maybe
believe that they need to be convincing as long as the police believe that the item and or creature is dangerous and needs to be put in evidence.
Honestly, I feel like because there are so many guards at this place, if someone just shows up in a uniform and be like, "Hey, we need to put this in the evidence locker,"
Just have 11 walk in there and just keep walking until someone's
Yeah, just
like,
don't
"What are
make
you
any
doing?"
changes. And someone goes, "Oh my god, what is that abomination?"
Yeah, just
Arrested.
And it
pretend
just
like
is-
you-
keeps walking into people into things.
confidence is key.
We could do that. However, I would be concerned for the well-being of the small animal trapped on the inside.
I think Magmore's right. I think if we get the guardian form and just walk in and just be like, just get shot beforehand, I guess, and just be like, I gotta go this set of 2. Can you put this thing in evidence? And then just fucking walk off.
Yeah.
Your robot just has to make it convincing.
Yeah, just someone like stab me in the shoulder or something.
Well, I can do that.
We can all do that.
I know.
All right. Well,
And
let's
just
go
gets in a circle and beats the crap out of Magmore.
Yeah. What the hell, guys? I said what?
We gotta make it look real.
Let's go get you an outfit.
Yes.
Bar.
All right, so you guys are heading to the bar. All right.
I mean, I'm sure Xander has a guard outfit lying around somewhere.
Xander. You
I imagine it's like a sexy guard outfit though. It's probably not one. That's- yeah.
With extra handcuffs.
Yeah.
No fuzzy handcuffs.
Xander's like, I used to have one. I used to have one. I kind of I don't have it anymore. It's a long story, but I just yeah. We're just gonna go with it's a long story.
What good are you?
I know. I like the idea though. I'm sure you guys will be fine. You go get them.
Let's just go find someone that's relatively thin size and ask him nicely for the guard uniform. Or beat him up outside of a bar. Let's see
Oh,
which one.
actually, this girls know how to do that.
Super drunk.
I think you can just
Yeah.
get him drunk. You can get him naked, Sheila. Come on.
Sheila, you can pretty much outplay game.
I will be preparing 11 while you do your
Can
thing.
outdrink and outwink.
It's true.
Okay.
I've seen that.
So the four of you are gonna head to the bar.
Look, we have a pretty solid plan here.
Yeah,
I,
so
I want
let's.
to like dress up in not my plate armor because I feel like that will stick out. So I'm gonna like just get like regular clothes.
Okay.
Yeah, I
all
guess Etrian puts clothes on instead of his kilt. He didn't always dress like that, but Agent drew him like that. And I was like, that's absolutely what I am.
And like I'm gonna put like a hat on to cover my bright orange hair.
I assume whenever you guys move about the city, you have like cloaks on at the very least. But
Yeah,
if you
at
guys
least I'm always hooded.
I'd say if you guys want to like really get yourselves to look less like yourselves, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
To blend in more. So, all right, cool. So you guys head out. I won't make you guys roll stealth checks as you head to the bar based on your extra attempt to blend in. And as you get there, I'd say it's probably the evening of that day, and I mean, the bar is bumping at this point in the night, or at this point in the like evening. It's probably like right at that like happy hour rush. Um, you do notice, assuming like you do notice there's a table of guards off in one corner that are just kind of like drinking and chatting. That's like the first thing you notice as you walk in. Otherwise, it's just a bunch of people moving around. There's a band setting up in the corner. Um, yeah.
I'm gonna go up to the bartender and have him send drinks over to the guards.
Okay. He's like, oh, all right. Do you want from you? I assume.
Um. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. And you see him like fill up 4 mugs and like walks over and puts them on the table, and they like look at him curiously, and he points over towards you, and they like give you a
I
big
just give him
thumbs
like a
up,
salute.
and like cheers, and like just go to town on him. All right. So they're like you can see they have the half finished ones they had before, and now new ones in front of them.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. What
I'm
is
gonna let 'em-
what are the other four doing? What are the other three? Four.
Guys, what's
So-
our plan? Do you want to draw them
Well-
out of the bar and?
Magmore just gave me a bit of an idea.
All
What
right.
if we just tell the bartender to keep sending them good whiskey and beer from thankful citizens and don't tell them who it is?
Exactly. Just be like,
They
we're
get
so
free drinks and
grateful, like,
celebrate and feel good and get shit faced,
thank
and we
you
just kind
for
of follow
the
them down
good
an alleyway.
job. Yeah, heck yeah. Stroke their ego. Guards love that. Trust me.
Seems like a waste of good ale, but sure, why not?
Well, we can also be drinking stuff.
Yeah. True.
But we have to beat them afterwards, so we can't get too drunk.
We just can't
Okay,
drink more
I'll,
than
like,
them.
one or two.
I think we can all outdrink local guards this point in our
Probably.
lives.
Probably. We're kind of on the brink of piracy.
Okay. So
Well.
you all individually send over around to these guards.
I just can I just give the bartender like I don't know, like a night's worth of drink for those guys, like 10 gold or something. Just keep giving them to our guards over there and don't tell them who it's from. Just
Yeah, like, I'll throw in 10 gold too.
Give me a. It's not gonna be a super high DC, but give me a persuasion or deception check. From one or both of you. One of you guys can do it with advantage, or the other.
Probably I shouldn't.
Can I guidance myself
Yeah, you can get it
real quick
yourself.
in the corner? Yeah, all right. Persuasion or deception?
Yeah, I'll say either one of you with advantage or both of you can make it.
I have a +2 and a +1d4.
I have zeros all across the board.
Oh, I just roll so bad, everybody. Don't.
Hey, look at that.
Oh wait,
Hey!
plus
Hell yeah!
plus my d4. All right, whatever.
Nice.
A dirty 20. I'll
All right.
take
Nice.
He's like, ah, yes, and you can tell he's probably used to this based on like he's like, ah, yes, they're definitely they deserve it, and he's like he carries over like a ton of them and puts them all on the table, and they're like, yeah, and they just go to town. And then
And
as
now we wait.
yeah, the evening goes on, and eventually it gets a couple hours later, and you can see they're like they they're now currently on the dance floor, the four of them swaying to the band that's playing, and they're like singing along and cheering and like stumbling, and eventually the band stops and they all kind of look at each other and they just start like ah, and they start kind of grabbing
Sheila-
their stuff and making their way for the door.
Boys, the
go-
night's just beginning.
Uh,
Sheila, go find one that's about Finn size and take him home.
Boys, it's shots. It's shots now.
I walk over with shots.
You're not
Look
gonna
at
have a bunch
this
of
exit
commoners
shots.
out drink you
they look
for the
at you-
road.
They're like, oh, what the hell? Yeah.
What the hell, right? Exit shots. It's shots.
Sprinkle
Finn starts a chant, whatever.
Yeah,
Shots,
yeah.
shots, 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 shots.
Now,
Come on,
have you
everybody.
guys have you guys also been like spreading drinks around the rest of the bar at the same time, or you've just been like totally focusing them?
Fuck it. I'll do it for everybody. Just get everybody rowdy so they don't know who did it or what to expect.
Yeah,
Okay.
the whole bar.
Yeah.
All
I'll
right.
put down a platinum for the bar.
Okay. All right.
Oh my god.
You guys can cross off some
Night the
gold pieces,
bartenders
but yeah.
ever had.
At this point,
Yeah.
the entire bar is just a fucking party, and like the bartender's loving it. He's just fucking everywhere. You can see he's just every time he like opens his cash register, he just smiles and throws more money in it. Like, but yeah, so
They
it's the whole
deserve a good
place.
night. One of them's about to lose their job after they lose their uniform and card queue. A bunch of people breaking in. Like, the least we could do.
So yeah, it gets crazy, and then it gets to the point where I'd assume if you guys keep pushing the envelope, eventually like two of them probably just it gets to the point where it's like late at night. There's people just passed out on tables and whatnot. Like two of the guards are just like two of the guards finally like went home, but two of them are just passed out. Like
We'll take them home safely.
We'll make sure our wonderful guards get home safe.
the bartender isn't really concerned about them. It's just like you can see him counting the register and
Counting
he's
his
like,
piles of gold.
so yeah,
Sleep, whatever.
I'll say it's easy enough for you guys to basically take one of them to an alley, strip him down, and just kind of like leave him butt ass naked. And
Can we hit the second one just so we have two, just in case?
sure,
Yeah.
yeah. So you guys,
I'll take that one. So if I get caught rifling through stuff, I have a guard uniform too.
There you go.
so you have officially acquired 2 guard uniforms, and it's now very late in the evening. Are you guys? What is the plan from here? Are you gonna kind of go back and then reset for tomorrow, or are you gonna keep pushing?
I mean, we're off to a great start.
Yeah, you used anything, right?
We should probably reset for tomorrow, so I have all of my shit.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's true. All right.
Okay.
So
We'll go
tomorrow
back to
night.
the lab and then sleep and then do it then.
So
Alright.
what does this key card get us access to? We don't know yet until we try other.
Okay, do we have 2
Okay.
key cards now? Because there were 2
Yep.
cards.
Yeah, you know, you have two key cards, 2 uniforms.
Okay.
Like you know, like I'll give you this as you're kind of like looking as you've been like observing these guards and whatnot. They definitely don't seem like super high ups. They're definitely kind of like general street guards. Street guards, yeah, sure, street guards. So you just kind of it's like a generic uniform. There's no like you don't see any like epaulets or like insignias or anything like that.
That's
So,
that's
Oh, we don't need to
perfect.
be
We're just grunts. We just blend in.
so yeah, you guys find yourself there. So yeah, the next day rolls around. You're waiting till the evening to kind of strike off into the next plan.
Could I show our 2 fellow artificers these keys and ask them if they can replicate them?
Oh, that'd be good. Yeah.
Is that a thing we could do?
I mean, do we need more than 2?
Wouldn't hurt if everybody had one.
Exactly.
Just
If
in
we have
case.
to run if we get separated. And
I mean, is it just like a standard key, Joe?
So it's like a magical insignia you pick up like as you're kind of doing your investigations of it. Like it is some sort of
Well, can I like detect magic it and know what it is?
yeah, it's this is very like trying to describe something that's not
it's a
technically like
magical key card kind of.
yeah, it's a magical key card. So essentially it has some sort of enchantment on it that allows it to essentially activate a rune, and that rune then unlocks a lock of some sort. So
Got it.
But it's not like an individual ID card.
no. It seems like a relatively generic type thing. Like since you guys have 2, you notice that they are identical.
I mean, that's good.
Nice.
Can we just create duplicates that don't work just so we can, if we get caught inside, it's just more convincing. Like, I don't know what happened. It just isn't working.
Uh,
Huh.
I would say whoever
I can certainly forge the rune. I have the ability to forge things, but it won't be magical.
Oh yeah, and even if it doesn't work, it still kind of adds to the disguise a little bit.
yeah, if you guys wanna if you guys want to take a look at it and see if you can kind of duplicate it to make another version of it, it does seem like it's enchanted in some way. I guess based on how well your investigation goes, you may be able to duplicate it identically or not.
I
Who's,
mean,
who's
are you
leading
gonna hand
this
it to
charge?
me?
They did say artificer, so.
Okay, what kind of roll do you want?
Uh,
Investigation?
yeah,
Real,
give me an
guidance.
investigation or an arcana check. Either one.
19.
Um, so as you're kind of like, as you're digging through it and you're looking at it, you're able to, you aren't able to duplicate it, but you aren't able to duplicate the magical effect of it. It does seem like it's a specific spell. You could probably spend more days working on it, but you guys don't necessarily have that kind of time. You can duplicate it in terms of looks. You can do that basically identically if you want. So you could have fake versions of these cards. I will say with a 19, you do pick up that there does seem to be, it does seem like there's room in this. It's interesting. There's room in this enchantment, or like in as you're kind of investigating it and going through it, because it's kind of got like a runic thing to it. It seems relatively simple, and you notice that it seems like there could be a more complicated version of it. And I'll leave it at that. As like it does seem like however it's built, it looks like it's meant to be able to be expanded upon.
Okay.
I don't know if that's the best way I can
Got it.
describe it, but
And it's the first part of a rune that might have continuation.
yes, yeah, exactly.
Got it.
Higher ups with fancier cards.
You would assume that.
I am, and it's probably gonna get me into trouble, but I'm going with it anyways.
So I point to a small compartment on the back of 11. I have concealed all of 11's like creepiest parts and creepiest and sharpest like protruding bits.
Okay.
But it is still pretty disconcerting, and now there's like almost like a backpack attached to it.
Backpack.
So it
backpack.
almost
got a
has like
hunch.
full-on spider with like the bulge in the back and everything.
Yeah, totally.
Okay. God.
No.
And it like it just like opens up kind of like that.
Okay.
And there's like a nice I put like a nice little cushion on the inside.
That's very considerate.
Well, I was not sure if they would be jostling 11 in his dormant state, so I figured I should make sure you do not become knocked unconscious.
Fair enough.
Knocked unconscious.
Knocked on.
Ah!
No.
Womp womp.
Right.
Okay. So how's it gonna go?
Hey, Xanda, do you have some kind of a razor or something?
Like to shave? And he like pulls
Yeah.
like a new blade out, and he's like, yeah,
Yeah, could I borrow this for a few minutes?
sure.
Does anyone know how to shave?
Shave what
Why do you
exactly?
need? Yeah.
Well, I have not had a beard for my entire life, and now I have a beard, and I would like to shave it off because they've seen me with a beard.
Oh,
So
my
first
God,
of all,
that's such a good idea.
you gonna definitely need some clippers first. That shit is too long to shave.
All right. Well, I'd like to cut my hair as well because I got this long hair. If I can shave my beard off and get short hair,
It would look so different.
then I
So,
would look like a completely different person. So they would never know.
Why'd you shave off my hair?
so Sheila is actually quite good at this because of her performance in gladiatorial stuff.
I'll give that
So
to you.
she's gonna sit Finn down and just bougie him up real quick.
I just say Xander comes over with like a razor and scissors, and he's like, I mean, it's not a salon, but here you go.
Yeah.
See like
Oh,
Sheila do it all with her great sword.
This is so
So
exciting.
exactly.
I have never done this in my entire life.
so Sheila's gonna look at Finn and down at him and go, "May I?" and not even wait for Finn to say yes and just start
Yeah, bitch, do it.
going.
So Sheila,
And then
what do you do?
I am going to
Accidentally cut our man's.
Give me a dexterity check now.
no.
Crit fail.
I'm going to
Yeah, oh shit.
I'm gonna trim Finn down to just a fine little mustache.
Oh,
Little
you
scum
fancy it.
stash.
And then I'm gonna clean up his eyebrows a little bit, and then I'm gonna give him like a really tight, faded, not undercut, but like long on the top, pompadour, faded cut with a little mustache.
I look over and I say, I will admit, you do not look the same.
Finn looks in the mirror and he's like, I wonder if this is what my dad looked like.
Perfect. So as we montage the salon, is there anyone else updating their dues or?
Yeah, can you dye my hair?
What would you like it dyed to?
Dealer's choice.
Dealer's choice.
Can you remind me what the final decision was? If there's just some people going in, or we're all going in? Like, how's this working?
I think we're all gonna go in somehow and then meet in the evidence locker. I'm getting in your robot.
I think
Sheila, am I polymorphing Sheila? Because that only lasts for an hour, so I'm just concerned if it takes longer than that to get into evidence.
Yeah, you're polymorphing me, so we better do this quick.
All right, so that'll be the last thing we do.
yeah.
Who here is the best at convincing people of things? It is not me.
Is
Well,
that
I could give it a try. That's why I went through all this rigmarole.
Will you fit into the guard costume?
Well, I think we specifically got a guard costume that would fit on me, yeah?
Excellent.
Yeah,
So we will
it
have
definitely
two guards. What am I to do? I am blue.
How rare are blue people here?
Uh,
I mean, I am
Rare.
also blue.
how about you make me invisible? And I walk very closely behind you.
I mean, yeah, I can do that.
And I walk creepily behind.
The most I can do is 2 hours. Is that okay?
That should be sufficient for two guards to bring a rogue robotic
Robot.
device into the evidence locker. I hope.
Bureaucracy, man. So how's Magmore getting in?
I believe he was going to be dressed as a guard as well. Is that correct? Or
I was gonna take the second uniform, but we can do that instead. I don't know if we have any other way in.
the second? What? What use would the second uniform be for you?
If I'm rummaging around the evidence locker and somebody comes back there.
Well, by the time we are all in the evidence locker, wouldn't it be kind of a moot point?
I don't know how long it's going to take all of you to get back to the evidence locker.
Okay, here is the plan that I envisioned, and correct me if I am wrong. The sequence of events is that Finn and Magmore will be carrying 11 as if they have apprehended a rogue robotic device. Inside of 11, Etrian and Sheila will be located.
Yes.
And I will be invisible right behind Magmore and Finn. And they will bring 11 to the evidence locker, perhaps with some assistance. And then once we are in the evidence locker, we can either use the rope trick or a number of other methods to continue the game, so to speak.
Yeah.
I packed a few things. That's much better than what I was envisioning. Thank you for clearing that up.
That's
I
a good
also
plan.
when
That
we're
was the
in there,
plan the whole time.
yeah, 100%. I remember.
Did
yeah.
we perhaps get the names of the two guards that we just sort of?
I don't think it matters.
Excellent.
Yeah, because Finn and
Don't
Magmore are
use
gonna
your
be
own
all
names.
just go in there all beat up and be like, oh, let's get us to lock up so we can go get cleaned up.
So yeah, it's been a
Right.
long.
All right, Magmore.
Yeah.
Shall we trade some punches?
Yeah, let's do it.
Finn just blindsides Magmore like
You.
as soon as he finishes that sentence.
He's already throwing that punch.
Is there a store nearby that we could unleash 11 in to make this a little bit more convincing?
There are businesses, yeah. We could definitely unleash him in a business.
Huh.
I will say,
Yeah, I
Finn,
think we could just throw it through the window and let him have a little frolic.
Finn and
I
Magmar,
don't want to make it too convincing.
right?
So
If-
yeah.
If you guys want to mark off, like, I guess, how convincing do you want it to be? It'll be a difference between 5 or 10 hit points knocked off yourselves. Because if you're gonna try and make yourselves look bruised, you're gonna take a little bit.
Oh,
I
I'm gonna
can heal you
punch.
back
I'm gonna
up
punch the
once
shit
we're
out of
in it.
Magmore. I'm gonna make. I'm gonna take 10 hit points off of Magmore.
I
yeah,
think bruised
I'm gonna
is
be really
sufficient.
mad about that. So I'm going to fucking just go back. You bitch!
Outside, we just see a
Ow!
fireball go fly.
I wasn't on purpose. No offense.
You did that on purpose.
Yeah, that one I did because you did yours on purpose.
Fine.
And 11's just gonna like tackle one of you.
Okay.
Getting involved. So remember,
Get
everybody, once this
thing
goes,
off of me.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna snap my fingers, and 11's just gonna like fold into like a little like backpack shape.
it's a backpack within a backpack.
Yeah.
So are we gonna go somewhere closer to the police station to do this? Because remember, we only have an hour once we start.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Okay.
All right. How padded is that thing, DM? Does it look like we won't be taking any damage if it gets jostled around?
I mean, assuming it doesn't take any really aggressive hits, it should be fine. Like general bouncing and whatnot, you should be okay. If it like falls off a building, it's probably not gonna stop.
No, yeah, I just meant like
Yeah.
if they knock it over with some force, we're gonna be okay for the most part.
It'd
Did you
be
put
okay.
seatbelts in
Sheila-
here, knocked on?
Yeah. There you go.
Where's
Sheila's
the
gonna go
7
into
point
her
safety
bag of
harness?
into her bag of holding and just put some cloth in it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I want to empty everything out of my bag of holding.
And just let me stuff some cloth in there to make it more padded.
So why
Yeah,
don't
I
we
have-
start? Why don't we start with Nocton chasing? Is it 11 or 12 or 11.5? What is it now?
Still 11.5, but 11 is fine.
Okay, so why don't we start with Nocton chasing 11 through town? 11 finds his way into this store, and Nocton is trying to stop him from doing what he needs, from doing what he's doing, but he's gone rogue. Magmore and I are nearby. Nocton comes to get us and says, "Oh, please help me! Oh, please help me!" And we come and help him.
Perfect.
How far
Let's-
away is the jail from here?
From the lab?
Yeah.
Is the police station from the lab? It's
Yeah,
I mean,
where we're going. Like, is it like a 5-minute walk? Is it a 10-minute walk? Is it a?
Well,
the
I mean-
city's not that big. Well, I mean it's big. It's
I mean,
it is huge.
Yeah,
I'd
but
say-
if she can just teleport us to closer.
you prep yourself in like an alleyway beforehand, and then
Yeah,
Excellent,
we're
okay.
close enough.
Poof,
Yeah.
done.
I would just
Yeah,
say it's
all right.
probably an hour walk, at least from where
Okay,
you
so
guys
it's-
are.
so
But
are
you're
we
able to,
able
like-
to just sort of like teleport to closer and start from there?
Yeah, no, you guys get to. I'll say you guys walk there unsuspectedly. I don't
Yeah,
want
'cause
to.
we're
I'm
just
not
walking
gonna.
down the street. We're not causing
Yeah.
trouble yet.
Yeah, you blend in relatively well enough, and you're able to find a secluded alley and kind of set yourselves up for this faux heist. I don't know, heist.
It's just full on Ocean's 11, man. Come on.
I know,
What,
right?
what time of day
Where's
is
your
this?
faith?
This
Yeah.
is nighttime. This is like late night, right?
late evening.
It's evening between all the hairstyling and whatnot, getting ready.
Okay. So
All right,
I'm assuming
Magmar.
there's like street vendors and the like. So I would like to poke my head out of the alley and ensure that there are not any other guards in the near vicinity.
Give me a perception check.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. Knows what?
You take a good hard look, and there are no other guards in the area at
Excellent.
the
So I'm just gonna
Magmar
like
and I can make ourselves scarce.
Yes.
All right, Knockdown. Before we go in here, is there like a latch from the inside? Can I press a button to open it
yes,
from the inside?
there is a way for you to open it, and
All right, I have him
there
show
is
me and
also
Sheila
a
that real
small
fast.
window for you to see out of.
This is the best plan ever. All right, Sheila, you ready?
All right,
So you're
Magmar
able
and I
to
are
know
out in the
when
street,
you're
right?
in the right position.
Yeah.
All right,
Let's
we
do it.
open up the back of the
We're
backpack
just-
there.
we're just standing in guard
Soon-
uniform, fucking fucked
Yeah.
up.
As soon as you guys say it,
I push Magmar like 5 feet away from me.
You bastard! What the hell?
all right, let's do this. I polymorph Sheila, and we get in the back of, or I'm assuming we get in the back of 11.
Perfect. All
I'm
right.
gonna wave 11 forward, and he's going to immediately like bolt into the alleyway and just like jostle people and knock over like some food carts and just like sort of
My
bound
cabbages.
in that direction.
Okay.
And then I'll wait a couple seconds, and then I'll sort of run after him, ensuring that my hood is still covering my most of my defining features.
Perfect. Give me a
I-
performance check. I just want
I
to.
can do that.
It's not gonna make a difference except for how good or bad this. Okay, so it's very clumsy, and you probably end up injuring a few people for real. But
Oh shit!
Just adds to the
I
story.
mean, it does add to the story. But
I mean, I'm not a particularly graceful person to begin with, so like tripping over the things that 11 is knocking over is not something that would not happen.
On brand.
So, yeah.
So I wanna look to Magmar, and like within earshot of like civilians near us, I wanna be like, see that over there? That is not our problem.
God.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they don't pay us enough for that shit.
You hear screaming, like visible screaming from this area, and you see someone look over and be like, "Are you gonna help them?"
Now, you see, this is the problem. Now it's our problem.
We shouldn't have said anything.
I shouldn't have said anything.
We
Yeah,
should've
you're
walked
right.
away.
I'm sorry. Yeah, yeah. I always make that mistake.
Yes.
Yes, we can help.
Yeah, we're on our way. We're.
Everyone stand aside. Police business.
This is so weird.
As as the two of them come up, they find me just like being dragged along the ground, holding on to one of 11's legs, and 11 is just like smashing fruit that's on the ground.
Sir, please stop this robot.
You
Sir,
have
you
to
need-
you have to hit it on the head.
You need to stop. Well,
What?
Can you-
I mean, well, okay. Hold on. I'm gonna summon my mace. Just...
Okay, lightly.
Yeah. No.
Remember, we're in here.
Oh yeah.
You really need that feet.
No, I'm just gonna. I'm gonna run and just like tackle its head and just punch it.
Give me Finn and Magmar. Give me a performance check as well.
can I argue a deception check?
Sure, I'll give you guys.
Okay.
deception if you prefer.
Performance. Damn it! It doesn't.
19.
Okay, all right.
Woo!
That's a good average.
Hell yeah!
For how I mean, Knockdown basically is just having a rogue robot running free. It's pretty- but you guys do put on a pretty good convincing, like, we'll take care of this.
Get back, citizens!
Stay in school, kids.
and are able to subdue Nocton's wild beast. And I think this
All
is a
right,
good.
you come with us.
Yes, sir.
So
We have things to talk about.
I think this is a good place. I know it's a little early, but I think this is a good place to take a break, and then we will pick up in the in the like guard HQ
Yeah.
in like
Excellent.
This is
5
when
to 10
things start
minutes.
to get interesting.
I'm very pleased with this plan.
This is the most thought out any of our plans have been since I
Ever.
joined this campaign.
Ever.
So now we just have to wait till Joe derails it completely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what the second
Guess
half of the
what?
session's for.
Anti-magic field. Like, yeah.
But
And we just kill everyone.
Yeah. Honestly,
we'll be back,
it's
fans.
still technically a
And we are back. All right. So, as the our two faux guards carry 11 in deactivated condition with knocked on in tow. I guess to clarify, knocked on, are you still visible or have you guys?
I'm gonna like pretend to be like apprehended and brought with them until we're at an area closer to the jail and they can turn me invisible.
Okay. All right.
Uh, mm, mm.
I was gonna
Or
say
do
it's
it-
not very far. You guys did this close to,
Yeah, just do that.
so you are invisible or are not invisible.
Yeah, as
I
soon
think-
as we're out of line of sight of
or as
most.
soon as we're at a point where I can like
yeah.
slip into an alley and Finn can invisible me.
Okay. All right.
And I'm gonna extend that spell,
Okay. So it's 2 hours.
so it lasts for 2 hours. Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, nice.
So yeah. So as you guys make your way into the guard HQ, it's hustle and bustle as normal. You walk in probably one of the doors rather than trying to go through the rotating door with this creature. And as you walk in, the individual behind the desk is just like, "What the hell?"
Yeah, I know. I've never seen something like this. Wait, is this?
What is
I-
this?
this thing was like causing a muck over in the in like the village over there with the vendors and shit.
Yeah, I hit it in its head and stop moving.
Uh, are you sure
Yeah, we-
it's fully deactivated? Like,
Yes, we checked.
Yeah, it's nothing's happening. Are we supposed to bring this down to? Is this the like evidence, or is this? Do we put him in lockup or evidence? It's a robot, right?
I don't know. You're gonna have to. You can see the person behind the desk is already just frustrated by this.
He doesn't get paid enough.
Officers on scene told us to put it right in evidence.
I don't know. I mean,
We've never
Oh,
been
did-
here.
Oh, I sorry, I didn't hear him. All right, yeah, okay. I guess we're going to evidence.
well, I mean, if you're gonna, I mean, it would need to be. We're gonna have to make sure it's fully deactivated. Hold on. I'll call someone, and you can see them like reach over and be like, James, you're gonna have to come up here and take a look at something. And then they look back at you and they're like, "We're gonna need the form 20 filled out from you guys." And was there any owner for this device? Anything nearby?
No, it was just
Just
running rampant in the street.
It was someone running after him trying to stop him, but I don't think that was the owner.
did you bring them with you?
No, he ran off as we were trying to apprehend this guy.
You're okay. We're gonna need you to fill a description of them too. We'll put on APB to try and track this individual down. It's probably the owner, knowing this city. I mean, they just fake it.
I know, right? This city's
They're
insane.
all over the place. This is
All right. Okay. Well, like go to the station B. Start filling out your paperwork, and James will be up in a minute.
point me in that direction, please.
It's right. Come on, and they like gesture to the door that's
Thank you.
locked. Give me a deception check for the two of you.
I'm so nervous. All right, I feel better.
29.
You said deception?
Yeah.
Ah, not 20!
Nice.
Well, shit.
Yes.
All right. So
We're good at lying.
apparently, damn, a 29.
Gods have
natural
willed it.
20. So yeah, so you guys are able. You walk up, you hit the cards on the thing, the door opens.
I've never had so much anxiety rolling dice before.
I know.
Knocked on. Give me a dexterity check as you try to like swoop in behind the closing door.
Dexterity. Can I
I mean-
make it a?
Oh no.
Okay, hold on. No. Oh, I'm gonna use a flash of genius, and I'm gonna use my psionic or telekinesis to like just slow the door so that it's
Okay.
that it's a
alright.
little bit longer,
Okay.
and I can make it through. Hopefully.
Okay.
I guess Flash of Genius is only saving throws. So I guess the question is, I will use my telekinesis to make the door close significantly more slowly than usual and sneak in behind.
Okay. I'll say, hmm, hmm, I'll say it works because that makes sense. It's just kind of like you don't necessarily need to move as quickly if the door. It probably like as the two of you kind of shuffle through with the thing, and then the door is just kind of like it almost looks like it's stuck open, and you can see the person behind the desk be like, "Ah, fuck," and they get up and they walk over and they go to like pull it shut. Um,
Yeah, sorry.
and they just point, and you see there like as you guys walk behind, you realize there's like just big letters like A, B, C, and it's just like a table with a bunch of different forms on it. Um, and
All right, table B, she said.
Form?
Is there a person like here?
no, it's just a station for people for guards that are bringing in individuals or stuff. And it's just a bunch of pieces of paper.
All right, I will pick whatever form up we're supposed to do, and I guess I'll start filling it out.
You see there are numbered, so you pull out the form 20, and it's got probably a good it's like a full sheet of paper with like
Do they have
name,
to do this
description,
every time?
date, time,
Fucking
what
I
happened.
I filled out as quickly as I possibly can, probably with wrong information all over the place because it doesn't matter at all.
True.
All right, and as you're working on it, and Magmar, you're just kind of like standing next to the Finn. You guys see another individual in a much more, I guess, elite looking, higher ranking individual come
An
up.
officer?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, an officer come up, and they kind of come up and they're like, "All right, what do we got here? What the hell is that?"
This thing was running amok in town.
Oh,
But that's all right. My mate here knocked it out.
Are you sure it's out? These
Yeah,
things
I mean,
have
it
all
has-
sorts of, and you can see him starting to like poke around and like looking at it and investigating it and like trying to see if there's any like components or anything. Um,
It hasn't turned back on, so I think we're good.
Yeah, we checked for all the buttons before we brought it in here.
you could see them like poking it and whatnot. I'm gonna have them make a investigation check, and we'll see how good or bad. Okay. So, Nocton, what's your spell save DC?
My spell save is intelligence.
Yeah.
So how do I determine the
All
DC?
right. Actually, let's do this instead. Give me a intelligence roll, like an intelligence check. Um, yeah, I think that, and then okay. So as
Can
this
I
in,
nonchalantly?
Oh, I get to add a D4 to that too. Hold on.
okay,
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
21.
okay.
So the individual is poking around, and like you see them get really close to the back where the two rats are, and you see them like knocking on it and like feeling the seams and stuff, but they don't actually figure out a way to open it, and then they keep moving, and they're like,
I just like nonchalantly punch Finn in the side.
uh, eventually they're like, all right, yeah, I think we're gonna at least have to run this through the deactivation device, and then we can throw it in evidence. Do you guys mind carrying it?
Not at all.
Yeah, I mean this thing's a bit heavy, but yeah, sure.
Okay. Uh, so they pick it up, and you guys pick it up and kind of follow him in. So essentially, you guys go and you start walking through, and it's like a bunch of different. You can just see like cubicles as far as the eyes can see, and eventually
there
get.
For this?
Huh?
Is there a map for this guy?
A map for the.
The jail.
Oh, the jail? No, there's not. I did not build one, unfortunately.
I was just
No, it's gonna be if you guys end up causing chaos in here, it's gonna be me putting lines on a piece of paper.
Rest assured, Finn is memorizing the layout of this place as we walk through it.
Yes.
Because I have the
Nocton,
one
who is also walking behind you.
I have the
Yeah.
wanderer
Also
background,
Nocton.
which which makes me like excellent memory for maps and geography.
Oh,
Can-
yeah.
Oops, not what I
Can,
meant to do.
can we hear all this? Can we hear them say the deactivator from inside our little compartment?
Give me a perception check. Let's see how muffled it is in there.
Perception.
Fuck yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah, you hear it clear as day.
I want to keep an eye out for it because if it looks violent, I'm gonna kind of abandon ship and start winging it here.
Yeah.
Mice don't have a lot of health, and there's not a lot of room in this compartment.
Don't worry.
Is this a Faraday cage? Are we okay in here? I should have asked so many more questions.
Yeah.
So he kind of leads you to, and then you get to essentially what seems to be the center of this building, give or take, based on your kind of trajectory, and then it's a pretty extensive walk just to get here, and there's like a big elevator of some sort. He gets on it and like gestures for the two of you to get on it and hits a button and scans his card next to the elevator, and it goes down to the next floor. And as you're standing in the elevator, you do see there's 4 buttons, like, and they're labeled like top or like ground, 1, 2, 3.
While we're in here, can I cast message with subtle spell to Etrian?
Sure.
And I'm gonna be like, all right, well, here's the elevator. You guys might want to get out and maybe go downstairs.
Are we facing the back of the elevator?
I mean, it's like it's not a huge elevator, and 11 is pretty large, so
And you guys are still mice, so
so
Yeah.
like it's kind of like you guys are kind of shoved in there between the two of them, and like you can tell it like the captain
Like
is taken
I'm
there.
barely fitting in the elevator. I'm assuming.
Yeah, you're
That's-
like squeezed up against like you have like one of the like legs like in your stomach. You're like, ugh.
Okay, question. Is there a like one of those like like emergency stop buttons in this elevator?
Uh, there's a game where you have like there's a role an ability to like change fate and stuff. This would be perfect for this, but I'm gonna make it a 50-50 if there is or not.
Hand it real quick.
There is.
Okay. I'm gonna attempt, even if I can't see it, I'll use telekinesis. So I guess, do you want me to roll to see if I can like reach it, or
Is telekinesis a spell?
no? It's a
psionic.
it's a
Okay.
psionic thing. Yeah, psionic
Alright.
ability.
That's fine then. Yeah, I'd say you can just.
Okay, and then
So
I'm
do you
assuming
do
that-
it? Do you do it before or after it gets to the second, like the first level? Because they essentially
So
he hit 1, so like the first level down, because it's like reversed. Do you assume?
I'm gonna attempt to do it before it gets to the second level.
Okay, well, okay. So what happened? I'll give you kind of in that case, like he hits 1, and like the elevator goes down, and then the doors open at the first level, and he like gestures for them to leave.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
If that makes sense. If you want, unless you wanted to do it between 0 and 1.
So it's going down, you said?
Yeah. So this is all. It's not like it's because looking at the building from the outside, it's a single story, so you realize that the 4 floors are 4 floors down. So
Got
it
it.
goes.
Okay, I understand what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
So as the door opens, 11 is gonna like start to like twitch and jitter and like start to like sort of like jostle everyone into
Okay.
the sides of the elevator.
I'm gonna bonk its head again.
And I'm gonna hope that this is enough of a distraction.
Yeah. As that happens, you can see. So this is like as it hits floor 1.
Yeah.
He immediately jumps off, and he's just like, "The fuck in that thing! It's still moving! I swear to God, get that thing off the elevator!" Like gesturing to the two of you.
And so like 11's gonna start like popping compartments open all over himself.
If I see him do that, I'm gonna hit the release for our compartment.
When I see them get out, I'm just gonna hit him in the head again.
Okay. All right. Give me.
Yeah, let's go.
Etrian and
Rivals.
Sheila, give me a stealth check with advantage for your micey forms.
All right, hold on. I have the thing for it. Can you not share this in a...
Um,
Oh, you're good.
26.
Stealthy motherfucker.
I say,
Can't be
what is the
survival.
plus for a mouse? I guess I could look it up. Unless you have the Etrian.
Is it Dex? It's +0 for a rat
Okay,
or a
all right.
mouse.
That's fine. No, so that's an okay. So an 18.
At advantage, you said?
Yep.
That's not better.
Uh, so so Sheila, you're good. You squeak out and don't seem to be noticed. Etrian, as you pop out, you can see though the
Can I
guard
grab can I grab like a wire and rip it out with me?
Oh yeah,
Oh, shit.
absolutely. Yeah, as you like pop out of it, you just see the dude be like, "The fuck are there mice in there?" And
And I run away
Finn,
as quick as possible.
Finn's gonna act surprised too. He's gonna be, what the hell? I thought
What
this
is
thing was
happening?
deactivated. I'm sorry. Why did we take this thing?
It was the mice.
so you can see he goes to like stomp on the two of you. Watch as he starts running towards to go like stomp on Etrian. What do you do?
I run up Finn's leg.
Can I
Okay.
Finn's gonna try and shake Etrian out, and then he's gonna accidentally push the robot or push 11 like down the hallway, like towards the dude.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and help, but make it worse and
Yeah.
harder with 11.
You're helping. You're just not helping the guard.
Right.
Does that give me deception with advantage? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna say that's enough. Just between.
Okay.
It's enough for him to like, because as you guys push 11 because of the mouse, and 11 starts falling towards this dude, he gives up totally on the mouse because now he's just like, fuck this thing, and he takes like 2 big steps back, and Etrian, you're able to like squeak off into down the hallway and out, and he's just like, ah, fuck, and you can see him like reach for something and be like, there's a mouse in the building. Can someone call one of the exterminators? And just like hangs up like the thing. And he's just like, but all right,
Oh,
we
no.
need to get this thing to the decommissioning as soon as possible. Let's go. So now
can we follow them to the decommissioning thing and then down to we can just follow them down to
Oh, I was gonna stay in the
Evidence?
elevator.
or all right.
um
I can't see you though, can I?
no. I was
Oh,
gonna
you're
say,
with Finn. I forgot you were up his leg.
No, he kicked me off. That's how I got out. I just doing that so I didn't get stomped.
so yeah, so let's do. I'll split the.
I mean,
three
if
of
you want to
guys.
pick me up, you know.
I'll say, well, for the purposes of like getting you out of eyesight, you didn't lose sight of them, but they lost sight of you as you kind of like got out of the main guard's eyesight. But now Sheila and Etrian are both in mouse form. I'd say like around the corner on the hallway, so you could theoretically re-engage the pursuit of the two of them. None of you guys can see Nocton. And
Yeah, we don't know where he is. Technically,
This got complicated real fast.
Finn and Magmar, you are both.
we're just assuming he's behind us the whole time.
Oh yeah, shit. Nocton hasn't cast anything yet.
Nothing.
Nope.
Because I can, or my invisibility goes away.
Right? Yeah, I forgot about that.
So let me
Yeah.
start with. I guess let me start with Nocton. So, because all of this happens, everyone gets pushed out of the elevator, and then the doors are basically gonna shut. So you're in it still.
Should have jumped the guard and gave the uniform to Nocton.
Okay. So I can tell that nobody is with me.
Yeah, no, you can see everyone. So you watch as the two mice like go one direction. Magmar and Finn are like
God dang it.
picking the thing up and starting to walk towards the wherever this guy's taking this thing. And
Okay. Give me a second. So I can see Sheila and Etrian still.
yes, yeah, you saw as they like dipped. I guess I could give you guys like a rough drawing if you want, if that'll
No,
help.
no, it's fine. So
Okay.
like the elevator
around the
doors
corner.
are closing as they run away. Yes.
Yes, yep. You could
Mm.
slip out with them, or you could stay on the elevator.
I think I mean I don't really have much of an option other than to slip out with them
Okay.
because I feel like splitting the party is a bad idea.
I'm not gonna say one way or the other. I just want to give you the options to do what you want.
But So once I'm out of the elevator,
Okay.
and they're like, I 11, I'm gonna have sort of like stop struggling. Um, can I see both Sheila and Etrian still?
Yep. Yeah, they're down like one hallway while the other two are starting to walk away in the other direction.
Okay, Are they like
They're not
close
that
to
far.
each other? Like, can they
I would have
talk?
found Sheila and made sure we were close and knew what was going on.
Okay, I'm gonna
If we have time to.
I'm gonna reach out and grab onto one of their tails. I don't know who is who with my telekinesis. So that they stop moving and sort of be like, "What the heck?"
Hopefully it's me and not
Um. Anyways, and I'm going to walk over and attempt to pick them up if they are not still running.
I felt something invisible grab me. I would figure it's our invisible friend.
I'll give it to you. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair. That's
Okay. So, and then I'm going to turn around and, assuming there are not more people, I'm going to attempt to get back onto the elevator.
okay.
Where are we going? I really need that telekinetic feat or something that or telepathic feat lets you communicate with people in your mind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't have that yet.
So Knockdown, you pick up both mice, and then
So there's just two mice floating through the air right now.
yep.
Can you just put us in your pocket? How does invisibility work? Is it
That's-
like a shield over you?
Hold on, he posted it.
You just put us. Would that work?
'Cause
Anything the target is wearing or carrying is invisible.
Hey.
So theoretically, if you had a bag and you put them in a bag, the bag is invisible. So I would say yes, you could theoretically cause them to become not noticeable.
I might like sew their tails into my cloak. No.
just don't do one damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Not gonna
So I
just-
watched Magmore and Finn sort of go down this other hallway to this deactivation area.
Yep. Yeah. So they're
I'm
slowly leaving. my
I'm gonna
side.
follow rather than go back onto the elevator. Sorry.
Okay. All right. So you guys are trailing behind. Okay. So Magmar and Finn, this dude is giving you a wide berth at this point to stay away from this thing, and is kind of leading you down. And in this level, it's not as many desks. You see a lot of, you walk by one thing and it looks like individuals practicing uh, fighting techniques, and you walk by another thing and it's like uh, you see like a magical weapon range, and you see these individuals like practicing shooting spells towards something. And you kind of like keep walking eventually down and like around a corner, and you see like a big, almost laboratory looking room. And there's like a chamber in the middle of it that's about pretty large, and he's like, just throw the thing in there.
Where?
The God, he basically walks to it and like points to the machine, and then it's just
Okay.
like. So,
All right, so we put this here, you deactivate it, and then what? Are you done with us, or do we need to bring it somewhere else?
I mean, based on
Nobody answered my question. Does it go to holding, or does it go to the evidence locker?
I mean, how bad was the incident? I haven't read through the report yet.
We're there pretty.
Minor. It was, some minor ruckus. Nobody died.
No one died. Did anyone get hurt?
A couple people got pushed over. It wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to hold on to this stupid thing. All right. Yeah, we'll put it in evidence.
Hey,
Yeah.
where?
So did you guys like toss it into the thing?
Bye, 11.
And
Just
he, like,
imagine Knockdown's watching all of this with like crying silently watching
He's
his
just-
robot getting
No,
thrown around.
I couldn't care less.
Okay.
I'm just watching.
You okay?
so he like closes it, and they hit a button,
That's
and you
so
watch
much better.
this like heavy pulse of something goes off, and then like a lot of electricity sparks, and then you watch as like 11 just kind of like it comes to life for half a second, and then shakes, and then like twitches
Oh,
out,
God.
and then just like completely like crumbles to the ground. Like not holding itself at all, like legs are all pieces and whatnot. And he's like,
Oh no! Now we got to carry that like that. It was easier before.
Oh God.
"Do you want that thing moving again? Is that what you want?" No,
No,
we
no, I
don't.
don't want it moving again. No, you're right.
Uh, so Nocton, give me a stealth check with advantage. Okay.
I'm not wearing heavy armor because this is a stealth mission.
No, that's fair.
And
Okay, so it
yeah, with advantage. Yeah, okay, yeah, it's 11.
11. All right. So
Not great.
you
Hard.
didn't notice you didn't notice at this point as you were kind of like following them down, but you do notice as you look down and you see your hand. And you look up and you see there's like a device that's like twisted towards you and like is like staring right at you and like blinking. And you hear
Oh no.
everyone everyone including the two Magmar and Finn, you hear like boop boop boop, and you see as James whips around and is just like, "The hell is that? Who are you? What are you doing on this floor?"
Oh no.
uh, as it seems like something is. Well, I'm trying to think. Would it have set off a dispel, or would it just have noticed you with true sight? I think you know what. I will say it didn't have the dispel capability, but it is like beeping, like it's twisted and it's now beeping in your direction. And James turns around and he's just like, "The hell is that? Is that a? Ah, shit.
What is that?
What is it? Is the mouse triggering it?
Yeah, there were mice.
Can I run up and bite? No.
And
Oh yeah.
It's
Run up
just a
and-
mage hand, guys. Okay, so am I visible? What's going
so
on?
you are not visible, but you're realizing that something you are now noticing that something is staring right like that. It's like a camera. That's the best way I can describe it. It's a magical
Okay.
or an arcane eye. That's the word for it.
Yeah.
Is currently
Got it.
staring at you and blinking and beeping.
Simon's
Um,
eyes.
And you can see James is walking towards your spot, and he's like, "You two grab that thing. We're gonna get moving soon, but I need to figure out what the hell this is." And he starts walking towards your spot.
Are we the only ones in here?
Yeah.
At this point in time, you guys are like, there's not a lot of movement in this area specifically, so it's kind of like the end of the hallway. There was people behind, but they seem to be distracted for the moment, so it's just this one individual kind of walking towards where Nocton is standing.
All right,
Are
so
there
we should
other-
grab this thing and head to the
Okay.
elevator, and we're going down.
Yeah, head to
Yeah.
the elevator,
Okay.
and
Finn exclaims loudly.
What floor?
I'll meet you there in a second. He like basically walks off ahead of you, the two of you.
I'm gonna
Evidence is full, right?
So as he walks towards me, I'm gonna reach into my bag of holding and pull out the pipes of haunting and just like gently place them on the floor and just step backwards and sort of back out of the room.
Okay.
What do those do?
They're just pipes, but they're just gonna be on the floor where I was standing.
Okay.
He like turns the corner and sees them and is just like, "The fuck is this shit?" And he looks up at the camera and he like does like one of these, and then he like walks over to one of the phones and like picks it up and you can see him like hitting numbers and he's just like, I'd say anyone within range hears that he's just like, all right, what is going on? There's an invisible individual. Where? They were there. They walked where? Back towards the elevator. Can you send a squad down? I can't fucking see them.
Hey, this thing's heavy.
Listen, all right, we got an extra prop. Do you know?
If there's no one
Okay.
around, I want to get back in the compartment. I want to get out of the pocket and go back in the robot. Sheila, come on.
You just run by him as he's on the phone and be like, what?
Oh my god, this guy's having a bad day.
No, Sheila wants to try to untie his boots real quick.
Give me a stealth check for the two mice as you attempt to. He is distracted, so it's easier.
I thought he was still in the room and we were. Oh no, we're on. Never mind.
It's like he's like in a hallway.
Okay, you did say advantage, right?
Yep. Yeah. So
Okay.
the two of you are good. Sheila, if you want to untie one of his boots as you race by, I'll give it to you.
Sheila's
The weirdest day of his life.
And so he's like, yeah, send the squad down here and start combing the area because I can't see him and I got other stuff I gotta deal with. I'm gonna take care of this fucking thing and the squad can take care of the rest of them. And he like hangs up the phone. And he's like, all right, we gotta get moving. Let's go. And he's like doubles his pace.
He's in front of us, not looking at us, right?
Yeah, he's in front of you. He's like beelining it for
All right.
the elevator.
I'm gonna pop open the compartment so that they can get in, and then I'll close it behind them.
Little mouse high five as we go in.
Yeah.
This would be a great episode.
Well, you know, I don't really care what's going on because this thing is heavy as hell. So we're gonna go to the elevator. If there's an invisible man on the elevator, we'll make sure to take care of him. All right?
Yes.
Oh, you guys still even like had the crap kicked out of you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very much.
So you guys,
I'm gonna make an effort to avoid the arcane cameras for the rest of the way back to the elevator at this point.
so you guys get to the elevator and it's still at your left. I would say, let's see. Trying to think in terms of time.
Oh yeah.
I'll say, for the purposes of I'll say you guys are just since you move expeditiously, you hit the button and like the elevator opens and it's empty, and he gets on. And I guess I would say all of you are able to get onto the elevator, and he like scans his card and hits the 4, and the elevator starts moving down, and then you watch as like as you guys get off, the doors close, and you hear it moving its way back up towards the back up towards the top.
I'll check his card to see if I can understand the spell that they're using to use with like these runes and stuff.
I would say it'd be tough at first glance, but give me an Arcana check.
Net
This is the best night we've ever had.
The 2 nat 20s for you tonight?
Yeah.
It's tough, but not for you.
Everything's turning up, Magmar.
Oh my! This is the first on Westmers for me.
So you look at it and you realize, I'll say, based on your previous investigations of the current cards you have and talking with Nocton, you have a pretty. He explained the kind of how these things work, and that it's kind of like it's a rune that activates a magical spell that basically unlocks the door, and he explained that there's different levels of it, and you realize looking at his that it is like a fully completed rune, so you assume it has like full access to any of these devices, and it's basically
Okay.
the spell is contained in the keypads, or like where these are activated. These are just kind of like an activation of the spell, and the spell essentially like it's like a reverse lock spell, I guess you could think. So yeah, so as you guys hit the 4th floor, the door opens, and this floor is really interesting because the door opens, and as you guys step out, it is just all of the other ones, there are a lot of like intertwining hallways and this, that, and the other thing, and like all sorts of different stuff. But when you reach this one, it's just one long hallway that goes from one end, like what you assume is the front of the building, all the way to the back of the building. And the elevator sits in the middle of it, and there's 2 sides. And as he like gets down, and he's just like, all right, this is gonna have to go in the large area. And he walks over, and you can see there's
Is he like ahead of us currently?
yeah, he's been moving ahead of you for the most part.
Finn, we might have to knock this guy out.
But Finn just kind of nods.
Okay.
So as he kind of gets down to what seems to be a door, and you see he like knocks on it, and the you see the door open, and like someone's
Real quick, can I subtle spell True Sight?
sure.
Oh wait, no, because that's no, it's not concentration. So I'm gonna subtle spell True Sight and I'm gonna extend it.
Okay. All right. So
I see everything.
So I want to see if there's arcane eyes and whatever in this hallway.
there is as you and Nocton, you're noticing this too. There are a lot. It is as you kind of you step out of the elevator and you're like, shit, because it's just eyes everywhere. Like you can tell they definitely this is the like high security level of this facility. Um,
If that's the case, I'm gonna hold my hand because now that I can true see, I can see Nocton. I'm gonna hold my hand back, like motioning, like stay.
so yeah, I'd say Nocton, maybe you have like you can like basically stay close to or kind of like
Would you say this officer is knocked on size?
uh
6'7" or something.
so
Thoughts?
but yeah so there are a lot of those. You see as you can true sight, um you see through what seems to be like there's a first wall um that you can like see through, and it's basically like it's a lot of filing cabinets and desks and whatnot, and you see a few individuals moving back and forth within this space, and then you just see now can TrueSight go through like
It can't go through like thick walls.
or like lead or whatnot. Okay,
Yeah, no.
so you cannot see past that, but you do know there's a wall, and based on the size of this building, you know there is space behind that. So um, yeah, but you do. There's kind of like a foyer to this area, and he knocks on the door, and the door opens, and an individual comes out and kind of like looks down the hallway at the two of you and the device, and kind of like motions. And James is like, "All right, come on, let's get this thing stowed." Uh,
Hey, you don't go tell me twice.
Yep. It's
um,
heavy.
knocked on. So I'll say it's hard for. I'll say you found a way to kind of like keep out of eyesight without moving, but you can't. You will not be able to follow them and stay out of the arcane eyes.
Invisible.
Yeah.
That won't matter for too long.
Okay. Okay, so I see them go into this room, which is presumably like the evidence locker.
Yes, yeah, you pick up pretty quickly. It's definitely
Okay. I'm going to reach into my bag of holding in the position I'm in, pull out my alchemy jug, and pour oil all along the hallway behind me.
okay.
And then cast Firebolt, which will immediately obviously make me not invisible, and then I'm just gonna book it and try and get into the evidence locker. So it's just gonna be like
What
this.
the fuck?
It's just like explosion of
What
like
is happening?
fire. All the hallway's just on fire, and
Not
I'm
to
just
get
gonna.
bored.
And then just this just blue dude just like comes barreling into this door.
Okay. All right. So
That was the guy. That was the guy.
That's the guy. That's the owner.
uh okay. So so the door opens, and I'd say at this point you guys like James and this other individual have opened the door and gestured for the two of you to walk down. So you guys are probably about, I don't know, halfway to the door.
Is it
Uh
just us and this man right now?
so from all you can tell, Magmar, it is you, the two of you, the James, the officer, and then what seems to be another person who probably runs this area. Um,
Okay.
Finn knows that there are additional people behind the walls, but you can't see them. So
Copy that.
um, as you guys are probably closing in on the door, you see burst of flames. Knockdown appears out of nowhere, starts running towards you. James is like, "Get in here!" and like runs over to like help you guys carry 11 into the like first set of double doors, and attempts to like essentially shut Knockdown out of it. Um, I guess what do Finn and Magmar do, and then I'm gonna
Can I
see.
pop out of the back?
We're gonna have to punch. We're gonna have to fight.
No. Actually, no. I'm gonna hold off. I'm gonna see if we can get in first.
Okay.
Because I forgot. Yeah.
I really want to maintain the deception. So I'm gonna like make like we're trying to get in there, and
Can we like fake arrest Knockdown?
You can stay behind and do that if you want.
No, like leave the door open, and then like bring him with us.
I don't know.
I want to know what
Finn
you
is
guys
just
do.
gonna
I'm not
keep
gonna say.
carrying. Finn is gonna just keep carrying 11, and he's gonna be like, "That's the guy. That's the guy. That's the owner of this thing."
Yeah, we're just actually let's just sprint inside of yeah.
Okay.
That's the guy. Get him. That's the owner. Talk to him. He might
Knock-
have some information.
Give me a athletics check with disadvantage because they are not aiding you at all.
I'm blessing you though.
You're blessing. Okay.
+4, baby.
Yes.
That's what I need.
Yeah.
I mean, to be
Holy
fair, it's
shit.
disadvantage, but that's still a
Oh, fair
19.
enough.
Oh, that's
so
right.
Still, I rolled it at 20, but that's fine. No, I know it's disadvantage, but I still rolled it, so I can still celebrate.
Just let him have it. We're doing so
That's
good
still a
tonight.
19.
Yeah, but it's still a 19, which it was.
Wait, roll your bless.
Plus a D4.
I was gonna say,
21.
Even better.
it was gonna be a 20 to get in there. So as you you are able to get it knocked out, you like in a feat of
Slide-
athleticism.
I do the run and slide
Yeah.
along the floor.
So at this point, the door shuts. Like he shuts the door, turns around. You're standing there. You guys are hearing alarms
hello?
going off, like all sorts of
doing?
different alarms going off in the facility now because there's fire being detected and like the arcane eyes are going off, and you're like boop, 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 and like there's a phone on the wall that's ringing, and James is just staring at Magmar or at Knockdown, and he's just like, grab him, and
What do
like
you want us to do?
Finn's gonna throw 11 to James, and
Yeah.
he's gonna try and apprehend Knockdown.
okay, as you throw 11 at him, he still takes a step back from it, and it just hits the floor. And then there's
Just like, Sheila, what the hell is going on?
there's a few
Oh
individuals.
yeah.
As now that you guys are in this like foyer
Yeah,
area.
right. We're just fucking getting thrown around.
Yeah.
It's muffled. We hear screaming, and we're just like, what the hell?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna
That's
do
you.
Are we
I'm-
popping out?
I'm gonna do my best to apprehend Knockdown and make as much of a distraction as possible, knowing
Yeah, I'm
that
gonna-
Etrian and Sheila are pretty pressed for time.
Yeah, it's got to be almost an hour at this point, right?
I mean, I'd say it's
Half an hour. We got
yeah,
time.
I'd say it's about a half an hour. I mean, we've done a lot of description of like environments that you guys.
All
have
right, I
just
popped the door.
seen
I don't know what
instantaneously.
we're gonna do out here, but you want to go take a look at what's going on, Sheila? We can talk to them. We're rats together. Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's
Yeah.
do it.
All right, do I need to roll an attack to tackle Knockdown to the ground?
Knockdown, do you
Performance.
resist? As I was gonna say, do you resist as Finn comes over? I won't make you guys roll if you just kind of both go along with it.
Just like
Hey, you stop! You're under arrest. What in the hell are you doing? How did you even get in here?
Who are you?
you damaged my robot.
What do you mean? It damaged us.
Okay, that is the least of our problems here. Well, how did you get into this place?
I followed you
Why?
What?
because you took my robot.
Well,
Finn's just gonna like look very confused at James.
James,
yeah, I'm just
James is
stare
like
at
staring at you, and the phone's ringing, and he's like back and forth. He just picks up the phone. And he's like, "Yeah, I know there's a problem. Can you send people down here, please?"
Well, look, I got him. It's taken care of. I got him. So-
Yeah, great. You got him now. You could have picked him up before. I don't know. Well, we at least need to suppress the fire out there. And you can see him yelling, and you hear like, I know. And the individuals that there's a few people that are now that you guys are in this area, you notice there's a few individuals in guard uniforms, but they're not like there's no armor. They're just kind of like, and most of them are just staring at the group of you, like kind of awestruck. And you notice that like some of them were sitting at desks, like filling things out, and they're just kind of like, "Fuck." Uh,
Finn's just gonna be like, please don't fire me. I need this job. Please don't fire me. I need this job.
I think we can probably just like pop up
What
into
is
our
happening
normal
today?
forms a little bit down and just probably take over this whole area. They look like pencil pushers.
Right.
Are there arcane eyes in here?
uh, so you notice that there are two that face at the door, like at the door that you guys walked in, and then two that face. So now that you guys are in here, you see uh it's kind of like this is like an entryway. There's like desks and books and paperwork and filing cabinets, and like the wall that you guys step through with a door, and then on the opposite side of that there is. I actually can. This is the one map we have.
Yeah.
I'll move you guys to it. Do do do. Um, I
Best
will reveal
idea
a little
ever.
bit more area because you guys are technically in the first. Do 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 do.
Big rectangle.
Big rectangle.
Is there anything that could potentially? So we're out at this point. We popped out of the machine. Do we have to roll stealth or anything?
I'd
So
say
you
with
guys
all
are
the
just
I mean,
chaos
it's a
going
pretty
on,
good.
they haven't noticed two mice or two rats.
Can I get like a lay of the land kind of thing? I just want to see how many more entrances there are. If this is the only thing, like if we can just block this off and have some privacy for a while, or
Yeah,
Um,
if
is
we
there other
take out
ways
the
in?
arcane eyes, like, are we okay?
so I guess here, let me draw. So theoretically, and let me hold on, I'll flip the stream real quick so everyone can see.
We look so tiny next to Sheila.
I know,
Yes.
right? Uh,
Well, he makes Sheila large for effect.
yeah, I know. Um, so you guys are on this side, uh, here, and there's an eye looking this way, and an eye, like in the ceiling looking this way, and then another one here doing the same thing. So essentially, they're tracking. This is the door you guys came through. Um,
This one?
yep, and
Okay.
you're in this like lobby area.
So no arcane eyes can currently see us, technically.
If you guys, depending on where you guys kind of landed, now that you've rolled into
Oh,
this
sorry, you're
area.
moving us now. Got it.
Yeah.
Since I can see them, I'm gonna make sure I tackle Etrian in a place that is not in view.
I'm still a mouse.
Um,
You mean Nocton. Tackle Nocton.
Oh yeah. Sorry, Nocton.
Okay.
sorry. Okay, and then there's one more eye here staring this way. So essentially, I so actually these aren't here. Sorry. Let me clear this up. I forgot the door is staggered. Um, so you guys are in this like lobby area, and there's two eyes facing this door. So they watched you kind of come in, and then there's this like viewing area, and you can see two individuals on the inside of it. Let me reveal a little bit more.
Can I get in? Is there? Do I see a way in there?
No, it is just like a solid, very, very thick pane of glass that seems to be like essentially for like you can hear them on the other side like what's going like kind of muffled
Oh, they're
or
like
maybe there's
criminals. They're being held for something.
no, they're just other
Oh, okay.
they look like guards. They seem like they work on the inside. Like one of them has a box of something.
Okay.
And it was like kind of moving it about and it just kind of is like staring at the window and you see like a little intercom thing on it and they're like what's going on out there but then you see further down there's a big thick metal door further down with another arcane eye staring right at it um, that is currently shut uh, but yeah so you got and you see and you I'd say you can see there's two little pad readers on either side of this other door um, so yeah so you guys are in here chaos is happening there's a few individuals that are like kind of like moving about in this area. Um, I'll add a few more.
Finn's gonna be like, we got it under control. this guy is gonna go. We're gonna bring him up to holding, and then this robotic monstrosity is gonna go into evidence.
Yeah, and then I'll say do. I'll make him stand out a little bit. Premium assets, free assets.
So there's 6 guards with us right now.
Guards, yeah, they are guards. That's very large.
They're more like clerical guards.
Yes, yeah, they're very much like office guards, desk guards. And then James is currently, he seems like the only one, like he has a scab, like a rapier at his side, and he's kind of like, he's up against the wall talking to the phone, like directing the two of you. So now that you guys have a better lay of the land, what do you do?
Sheila, should we just kind of pop up behind that guy and just take everybody hostage? I feel like we could probably take them all.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. All right. Yeah, let's go. We'll just go behind him. I'm gonna drop concentration on 3 and pop out a wild shape, and we're just gonna change the tides here real fast. We're out of the way of any of the eyes.
Yep. At the moment, the eyes are not focused. They're just focused on the doors.
All right. So then, but then we can walk. We can figure something out. I feel.
I'm gonna expend a spell slot, and you just see, all the people around just see me sort of like wave my hand, and then all these like wires along 11 just start to just like pulse once, and then nothing happens.
Oh no.
I'm gonna pull a performance for this one, so let's see if this works. I'm gonna say, well, I was hoping that would work. Cuff me.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna cuff you. We deactivated your robot.
Yeah, what do you expect?
And so in exactly 1 minute, 11's gonna be back to life.
All right, I'm gonna wait to pop up until that happens.
Okay, all right. So a minute passes relatively quickly in this scenario because
Very
like,
tense situation.
yeah. You can
Ben's
see.
gonna be screaming at Nocton like, "What do you think this is? Like, we deactivated your robot. It's done. Like, you broke into here for nothing. What are you doing?"
I could not leave my friend alone in this hellscape.
Well, you're not gonna leave your friend alone because now you're gonna be living here in the jail. We're gonna send you down to Fort Thomas.
So Magmore still has like one of 11's legs in his hands, like trying to like drag him, and all of a sudden he just goes like, just like stands up and starts like skittering around.
I don't get paid enough for this.
As it starts moving, you just see James is on the phone. He's like, I don't. So what if you mean the fire is messing up the elevator? I don't know. Get it fit. Ah, shit. And he hangs up the phone and he's just like,
Right when he
fucking
does
kill
that.
that thing.
Right when he does that, me and Sheila pop up behind him.
Okay. The two of you make grapple checks, or one of you make a grapple check with advantage. So make a athletics check. So either you both can make an athletics check, or one of you can make an athletics check with advantage.
Sheila,
do
get
it
him.
at advantage.
And I think
What are we gonna do?
35 with a natural 20. How
Oh my
about that?
Wow.
It's
made the
our
right choice.
God.
Not even gonna roll because there's no. I can't outroll that.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Fucking. So yeah, you guys pop up. James is just like, the fuck, and she just like, bump.
just like smacks his head into a wall.
She's
Just
like,
done.
No. And holds, what?
He's just like,
Can
go
in
ahead.
this moment can Finn subtle spell a fireball in this like chamber with the glass?
Jesus.
Like into where through the glass or in where you guys are standing.
In here.
You can try, but as you attempt to cast it, I'll say for the purpose of this, the spell fizzles as it hits the wall.
Balls. Okay.
All right.
11's immediately gonna go for the first guard that what's his name? James? Is it?
Yeah. There's currently,
Non-lethal
like-
damage.
Wait, who's the one? Wait, there's the one on the phone, and then there's the one.
So there's the one on the phone who seems like the officer, and then everyone else seems like everyone else is just kind of like, as the two people appear out of it, everything, they're all backing up. They're like, they don't want no part of this. They,
All right, everybody. Just stay calm.
It's like firing a gun in the air. Stay calm, everyone.
Yeah.
Stay
Yeah.
calm.
We need the 2 key cards to get back there into evidence. Gotta grab a few things, and we'll be out of your hair.
So Finn and Magmar, at this point, are you still keeping up your?
You
Yes.
two
Oh, yeah,
especially
absolutely.
don't do anything funny.
What do you mean? Where did you come from?
James, do we
Don't worry about it.
do we give them the key cards? I don't want to die.
Yeah, what are we doing here, bud?
You can see him held and he's struggling, and Sheila there's no chance he's getting out of Sheila's grips, and he's just
No
like,
way, bro.
fucking.
Look, you guys don't get paid enough for this. Just
That is true.
And you can see him
James?
struggling, and he's just like,
as he's struggling, I'm gonna do primal savagery. It's a cantrip. I'm not actually gonna attack him with it, but I can cause my teeth or fingernails to sharpen, and they like leak acid and so I just have like fangs, and I'm just like, just don't.
give me a
That's
intimidation
terrifying.
check with advantage.
Okay, dude.
That's good. It's not great.
Okay, yeah, he's just like, just let him in. Just let him in. It's just fucking stuff. It doesn't fucking matter.
All right.
I don't know what you guys think you're gonna do. You're not getting out of here. So whatever. You want to get in there, great. So
Oh, what the heck? This
the
was
the two of the like assistants that are kind of like walk over to the door and like scan it, and as they scan it, you can see the two that were on the inside fucking get out, and they're just kind of like, fuck.
Everybody to the back of the safe, or the back of the area, and I want to take everyone's key cards.
Okay. As you like snag everyone's key cards, they're all just kind of like, all right, all right, all right, all right. And you hear, like, as you guys are doing
Here
this,
you
you
go.
hear tons of alarms going on the outside, and like,
This is the worst day ever.
If there was an attack on the precinct, how would you lock down that big door leading into here?
uh, but you guys have access to the evidence locker.
All right.
Or I guess
Well,
theoretically it's just you, Etrian, at this point, because Sheila is currently occupied, and Finn and Etrian are currently holding Nocton. So.
I go back.
Well,
Knock down. Throw me your bag of holding.
Okay, so
I think as this happens, I would have let go of Knockdown and been like,
and then I'm gonna pull out my pistol and just hold it on Finn.
What is happening? Where did you get a gun?
okay,
Where
okay,
was
look,
that?
all right, look, like this doesn't have to end like this, all right? Like,
Bring
know,
me
you-
to the evidence.
you can have your robot.
All right. Can I locate object on any of what's his name stuff?
Yep.
Heavyneck. I just forgot Heavyneck's name for a second.
Yeah,
Take
absolutely.
everything. Take out all of it. The whole
Oh,
lot.
we're gonna get everything. I'm gonna start with this,
Take all of it.
and then
Yes.
so detect magic and find everything good. Yeah. That's
So
Nocturne
yeah, I'm
finds
looking for
everything.
anything good.
Okay, so
Real quick, I'm gonna subtle spell a message, Etrian, and be like, force me to come in with you.
we need one of the guards in here now. You.
Uh,
I'm just gonna go back and grab him by the back of the shirt and bring him in there.
Okay,
it doesn't have to be a hostage situation. You
Where
just
are
see
you
James
taking
like,
him?
doesn't have to be a hostage situation. Ah, fucking.
I'll be
hell.
okay.
Like
I'll be
we
okay.
crossed
I'll be
that
okay.
Bridge, James.
Just please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me.
Shut up,
As like
come
Finn,
on.
like
So the three of you get walked into this area, or are now accessing the evidence area. And you hear like there's alarms going off fucking everywhere. There's red lights spinning. So
Also, everybody give us your uniforms.
Yeah.
so as you guys get in here and you cast the locate object spell, Etrian, you do notice that like this is huge. This area is huge. And you do start like walking down, and you go down like a bunch of aisles and down an aisle, and then you pull out essentially like a banker's box that has like the chain and all of like, and it has like Heavyneck with like inmate number blank 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 and like all of the different pieces and everything, and like case number, and all of his stuff is just in a box like
I'm
neatly
just
organized.
jumping it neatly into my bag of holding.
So while you're I guess starting that search, Nocton and Finn, I assume
I will have to cast detect magic as well, just to find magic items specifically. But
We
So-
are
I'm assuming
currently in the
most of
view
it
of an
is.
arcane eye, right?
Yeah.
Huh?
We are
It-
in the view of an arcane eye currently,
The
correct?
eye only looks at the door, so it watches as
Okay.
the three of you go in the door. But then, as you're in this area, you don't notice anything in the evidence locker itself. And I would say,
All right, Finn is fucking rummaging then.
I'm just gonna.
He's a kid in a candy shop.
I'm gonna
He's
use
just
Knockdown's investigation check for the group of you. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
you guys find. I'll just.
Who's taking notes?
I'm just gonna. I'll post it in the chat. I gotta fill out a few. You find a bunch of shit.
Amazing.
You find. What's interesting is like as you're walking down this aisle, your magical. I'll just explain it all and then I'll give you a list. But you're walking down the aisle, your magic looks and notices something, and you like pull it out, and it's this like bag of like whitish green powder that it's got some sort of magical influence in it. You're not sure. You throw it in a bag. You find another thing with a bunch of vials that are like this like or a bunch of bricks of this like yellowy substance. You're not sure. You throw it in a bag. You find a bunch of +2 weapons.
Ooh.
Like a few swords, a few daggers, maybe a big mace, and you just kind of you're like throwing it in the bag. You find what seems like this like weird intricate device that has like this like trap mechanicism in it. You're not sure. You throw it in a bag, and then you find some like magical other stuff like armor, spell scrolls, potions. Just you're like just literally like shoving stuff in the bag, and eventually,
The bags are full.
essentially. So, and then you guys get to the point where, I guess so. Magmar and Sheila, as you guys are standing there, you hear like footsteps outside in the hallway on the opposite side of you, and you hear like lots of footsteps starting to head towards the door, this door, while the other three are in there rummaging around.
I'm gonna head in there and be like, what are you guys doing in there? Like, we gotta go.
I'm gonna. So, have we determined if we can teleport out yet?
Like
No,
we're about to.
we're gonna try.
Okay.
Wait, do we want to try it in here, or do we want to get a little further away and try it?
I'd say try where we are now, but the
If
rope
the
trick
first
is our
one doesn't work-
last ditch, I think, hiding.
Yeah, we have to kill everybody though, so they don't
Well-
can't tell that they saw us go into a rope.
Well, no one can see inside at the moment, right?
Well, the people behind the glass, I tried to fireball them and it didn't work.
Ah,
So we can't kill them.
So the four of you are now like in this area. Sheila is still currently holding James, so she is not with you.
Do we just want to knock everybody out and figure this out as a team?
yeah.
All right, just start punching people. Start everybody.
Should I knock him out?
Just tie everybody up. We get everybody. We tie them up and like lay them so they're facing the back of the. They're facing
Yeah.
away from all of us.
There's also
And we're like, we're gonna take these two idiots as hostages, and we're gonna get the hell out of here.
So at this point, you realize that James, so Sheila, as you're standing there holding James, the phone starts ringing, and James is like, can I answer that?"
Why?
Well, I'm sure they're gonna want to know what's going on, and I assume you don't want them to just come in shooting, right?
Sheila, in her most excellent of grapples, will raise him up to the up on the wall and then grab his crotch and then say, "Call, and if you fuck up, I rip."
He just picks up the phone and he's just like, "Okay, so,
Yeah.
yeah, no, they have us hostage. I'd rather not. I don't know how they got in here. Yeah, okay, I know there's a lot of you out there. Can we? I don't want you to go. No, don't just come running in the door. We don't want it to end like that. I don't want it to end like that. I'm sure we can figure out some sort of agreement.
I don't want it
Sheila's
to end
just
like
gonna
that,
clinch
please.
a little bit.
All right, really? Okay. All right. So, okay, they want to know what your demands are.
Sheila's gonna yell, "What are our demands?"
Everybody off the floor.
Let
I
us
need to get-
out.
I feel like they won't go for that one. I need a big tree.
They want the back.
Find
So-
an instant tree in the evidence locker.
Oh, Knockdown, you got any ideas?
Yes. Do I see? Hold on. I gotta find it. Give me a second.
That's it. Next mini story is we're going to get those seats.
Okay. Is there a possibility that in my rummaging, I have discovered a small bag of beans?
A small bag of beans? No, unfortunately not.
Dang it. Okay. I should have brought that with me.
Finn, can you see? Do you still have True Sight up?
I
Yeah.
have
Do you
rations
see
on
any?
that definitely have beans.
No, there's magical beans that make giant bean stocks.
That would be sick.
Yeah, I have True Sight up. I don't see any like secret doors or anything, right?
No,
Okay.
this place is locked down. Pretty
Um,
tight.
Okay.
I mean, if we can just get them off the floor and turn off or if they can just turn off the anti-magic field in the area, and then we just bounce.
Well, it was seemingly just the wall because we can use magic.
James, what happens if we try to teleport out of here?
It's not gonna work. I mean, no, try it.
Well, now I believe you. Tell them to
Listen,
get off this floor for now.
Can you just let us all? Can we just all get out? Can you just let? How about this? How about this? Let all the other individuals out. You can keep me. And my fellow compatriots, but let all of the rest of them go.
And I say, this one's staying, and I'm pointing at Finn.
That's fine. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, no.
Those two guys are not going anywhere. They know too much.
Okay, but everyone else can go.
Fine.
What
Okay,
the
all right. Everyone else,
James,
start
that's the worst
start
day ever.
Hopefully
leaving. Quietly,
open
with
the
your
door a
hands
little
up.
bit. And if anybody tries to come in here, we're killing all of you guys first.
So like, if you guys let them out, like the door, they all like hands up and like walk through the door. And as you guys see the door like swinging as they're kind of like going through it, you see like a ton. There's just like the entire precinct is probably in that hallway right now.
Well,
Um,
firestorm.
Hey, yeah.
and then like the door swings shut, and he's like, "Okay, all right, that was it. That was good. That was good. That was good. Good effort. Okay."
All right. So how tall are the ceilings out there?
It's like maybe 15-foot ceilings ish.
Okay.
This floor is pretty tall.
I
But-
have something that might work. How big is the area? Like, how long is the
I mean, this is a big ass area.
It's huge. This
would
building
it-
is huge.
outside? Would a
Do you have
50-foot
enlarge
radius?
reduce?
Would a 50-foot radius cover most of the hallway and most of the people out there?
I would say, yeah. I mean, it would cover a chunk of it for sure.
50-foot
At least-
radius, so it's a 100-foot diameter.
Oh yeah, that'd cover the
Yeah.
whole hallway.
It like
Do you-
the hallway is like this whole the building is probably a couple thousand feet long. Like it's like a
What?
few football fields big. This place is it's like a
But-
complex.
I just
So
I
we're
can
like
reverse gravity.
we're in the middle, right, of this like giant complex.
So well, you guys are on the bottom floor of this giant, and this sprawls the entire like. So there's a big, huge, long hallway, and then on either side of this hallway, there's like, as you guys are in this evidence area, it is huge with just like there is probably evidence from like decades ago, and it's just like
Found
I can't wait to see what we find if we survive this.
literally.
All right, guys, I have a plan. We can vote on it. We have some time. So outside of the earshot of James, well, they're not gonna rush in just
I'm assuming
yet.
we like tie them up and put them somewhere.
Yeah, and barricade the doors for a second. So what I can do is try to position an anti-gravity spell or reverse gravity spell in the right area so they all get thrown up in a 50-foot radius, 100-foot high cylinder set on a point within range. Creatures and objects that aren't somehow anchored to the ground fall upward and reach the top of the area. They have to make a dexterity saving throw, but most of them will hopefully just be up on the ceiling and we just run to the elevator. Once we get off this floor, we're pretty much out, I can turn
Assuming
into
the elevator works.
Well, we can bash to the top of it and climb out, and then ruin the cable so they can't get up either.
Do you have enlarge
Destroy.
reduce?
I do not.
What kind of druid are you? No, I'm
A
just
normal one.
messing. That's too bad.
And then we can at least get to the elevator and try to bash our way to the top of it, or try to get out the top of it and climb up.
I think that we should find some problematic magical items and just start activating them.
Oh yeah.
Can I have like scooched my way over to James? Or is James still being grappled?
So this is something
I think
we'll
we
have to
tied
figure out.
everybody up.
So right now, everyone else is gone. So I guess I can do that real quick. I'll move all of
Mhm.
these people. So they're all gone. You guys let them all go. All of the other individuals are gone. James is currently by the phone with Sheila holding him. If you want to tie him up and just kind of leave him there, you're welcome to. He's at this point he's not resisting. He's just kind of like, whatever you want. Just he's kind of playing mediator between you guys and him. So if you guys want to just tie him up and leave him by the phone, and like the five of you go
Are we
into-
still pretending that Finn is like one of the guards, or
Finn is
We haven't
absolutely
really-
still pretending to be a guard.
Is it,
I
Yeah.
haven't broken it yet.
Also same.
you guys haven't done anything for him to think otherwise, so
I'm going to poorly tie them up.
are you gonna tie up Finn and Magmar as well?
Very poorly.
Okay. And then where do the three of you go? Are you still in that room, or do you like? So do you
Just
tie
off
the
a bit so they can't hear him. Like tie them up and put them a little bit away from us so they can't hear us, and we can't hear them, so they can. I'm assuming Finn's gonna try to mess with them or do something, so that the other three of us can go and try to figure out a way out of here while they try to do whatever they're doing.
Okay. So essentially we have Finn, Magmar, and James tied up, and you guys are like at the other end of the hallway.
Yeah, and 11's just going to be like hovering there menacingly.
That's fair. Yeah.
Just like constantly like retracting and ejecting his arm blade just in their general direction.
Yeah.
All right, so Finn's gonna lean over to James and be like, James, do we have a plan?
My plan is to give them whatever the fuck they want, and we get out of here. And they're definitely not leaving this building, so it's just.
How do you know that?
You got. I was like, yeah, I mean, they're not leaving through there. The entire precinct's out there. Like,
But how do we get out?
we give them whatever they want.
They're gonna kill us anyway.
I mean, they let everyone else out. Maybe they're nice. Maybe they don't want to hurt anyone. I don't know.
They were nice. They would have
Just-
let us all go.
I just really loudly say, I think we're just gonna have to kill everybody and hope we can fight our way out of here, guys.
See?
If
Oh
I can
my
hear
God.
them, if not, it's just a joke.
I'd say like you guys are having separate conversations. If you guys are far
Yeah.
enough away that they can't hear you, you can't hear them.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say to Etrian and Sheila, I'm gonna say the rope trick is still a viable solution for concealing ourselves until they get bored and leave. However,
That would give us an hour.
correct.
So we just knock them out, go to like is this evidence room is huge. We can just go to a back corner, put up the rope trick and take an hour to recuperate.
The downside is that they may reinforce as they assume we cannot exit this building.
What if they just think we left?
No, I think we just need to bull rush the fuck out of here.
See, that's what I'm saying. If they're saying the whole precinct is out there, reverse gravity, most of them fall up to the ceiling, hopefully. We run for the elevator, make our way up the elevator shaft, and just once we get out there, I can set out a bunch of animals. We can get a bunch of giant insects and just cause chaos to the rest of them.
That sounds like a plan to me.
Firestorm on the way out.
There you go.
James, do you like know any? Well, I guess we can give them whatever they want, right? Because I mean they're here, but like,
I just want to leave.
I'm gonna
Can I
walk
ask-
over and I'm gonna say, where are the most powerful magical items in this room?
I don't freaking know.
oh fuck me.
I've never been down here before.
I don't know. It's just in there. I know there's
You probably
stuff.
found them already.
I don't
You
believe
guys
you.
don't have a list, or you don't organize this stuff.
He points at like the 17 filing cabinets, and he's like, I mean, you could start looking.
All of those are the lists.
There must be a special area where the extra powerful items are.
Sheila will put her hand on his groin to get it clenched.
Oh, listen. All right. Okay. All right. I really don't know. I really don't know. I swear. I don't know. It's just, we keep everything in there. It's the most secure. It's one of the most secure places in the city. If it's
Not
there,
that
it's in
secure.
there. Well, I mean, we may have learned some lessons after this.
All right. So we're pretty much done with these guys, right? You guys have any more questions?
Oh,
for
please
the
don't kill
guards?
us! Please don't kill us! Please don't kill us! Please don't kill us! Oh my god!
Did we
Oh,
get
God.
everything that we want? Did we toss through everything enough?
Yeah, I
Let's
think so.
see.
I mean, we can take a quick look around again, see if we find anything
Start,
else. But
start with the one who doesn't know anything. Knock him out first.
Yeah.
right, knock him out, Sheila.
This is James, I assume.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
like, no. You guys, if you want to knock him out, you can just knock him out. I won't make you guys
Yeah.
like
Okay.
go through the whole process of
Yeah.
it. He's tied up. He just so
Take all
eventually.
their key cards, throw them in
Yeah.
the bag just in case.
Yeah.
So
I want
he's
his,
knocked
I
out,
want-
like
I want his
just
key that
leaning up
unlocks
against
whole
the
precinct.
wall, and now it's just the 5 of you.
All right, so we're gonna try the reverse gravity and run for the elevator.
This,
Sheila,
Nah,
you think you
get
can?
in the front.
this magical item storage is disappointingly disorganized.
Are you like looking through the filing cabinets?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
It's listed by like case number, so you're just like,
So,
this is
like,
junk, this is junk,
This is
Yeah.
this is based on time, not on powerful.
Finn wants to test the limits of this magic blocker, so he's gonna try and misty step from one place to another.
Um, so where specifically are you trying to Misty Step?
I don't know, like from one end of the room to the other.
So actually,
Can
let
we
me check.
safely assume that the arcane eyes have been disabled at this point?
I'd say if you guys want, do you have Dispel Magic?
I feel like
Yeah. Yes.
No, but can't we just like cover them with something?
Oh, if you want to cover
or
them, sure.
destroy
I
them.
mean,
Just break them.
you do realize they
Fireball?
saw you while you were invisible, so I mean, you could put a rag over it, but you probably will see through it.
Yeah, fireball probably.
I guess, does anyone have Dispel Magic?
Yeah, but I don't want to use a bunch of spells.
I mean, I guess the question is,
they've
you-
already
you
seen
mentioned
our
there's
faces.
a section, there's an area where we are not near the arcane eyes. I'm saying that I would like to be doing these things where the arcane eyes are not looking.
Where you guys are, there are no Arcane Eyes. They
Okay,
are
okay,
just
got
on the doors in this area.
Got it,
In
got
the
it.
hallway that you guys walk through, they're everywhere. But they assume that theoretically, once people get into this area, because they don't want. Yeah. Anyway.
This to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So.
So we gonna run out of here.
Hold on. I was gonna. One of you guys asked me something, and I was.
Misty step.
Oh, you were trying to Misty Step, right? Okay.
Yep.
As you go to Misty Step, you don't. It just fizzles, like right where you're standing. Even just trying to go across the.
Well, shit.
All
But
right.
cantrips work. They just because I do cantrips. So no magic works in here right now.
No, you notice that like, if you guys try other magical spells, like most of them work. It just seems like.
Teleportation.
Hold on. I will give you. It's.
Can I detect magic as to what's doing that?
Conjuration.
Yeah, it's just conjuration specifically seems to be disabled in this area. So
Alright.
as you guys kind of like root through your different spells, you realize that it's all of that school specifically seems to be disabled. Because, I mean, as you guys were upstairs walking by, you did see them doing magical abilities and whatnot. So it doesn't seem like magic is off. It's just conjuration specifically. So you guys determined that. Someone else asked a question.
Are there
Yeah,
any
so-
like runes or anything in the room that would make that happen? Can I like search for that?
Give me an Arcana
Like-
check.
Can I detect magic it?
Um, sure.
Cast.
I-
Gonna cast guidance.
Yeah, I mean, you detect magic and kind of start like doing your best, like trying to figure it out, and you realize that it's the walls. Like the walls, it seems to be something in them that is
Okay.
nullified. But like, it's not just like, oh, this one little thing. It's like
The whole
whoever
thing.
built this place literally built it into all of the walls.
Okay. Yeah, we might. This isn't. We can't do this in here.
All right. Are we gonna try to bust out of here with brute force?
I would like to see if there is any indication as to what is underneath the bricks, the stone walls.
It's like
Like,
in.
Like, are there cracks? Are there like, can I see a mechanism behind them? Any of that?
what walls? Like, are you looking at like this wall or like the exterior walls or?
Um, the walls specifically that spells have been fizzling against.
Okay, so the one
Yeah, that one.
between. Okay,
Yeah.
so as you start like,
Oh, it's a
it's
25, by the way.
it seems pretty pristine in terms of like its construction, and if there were any cracks, it seems like they have been sealed. This place is relatively well taken care of. As you're kind of trying to root through it and see um, the composure of this, it seems like I'd say if you spend some time like chipping away at it or trying to like get into it, you realize that there's an outer layer of stone, and then you get to a point where there's a bunch of runes kind of traced onto like another layer of stone, and it like because if you're like chipping like a small area, you get through like an initial layer of like decorative stone that's like maybe 6 inches thick, and then there's another layer with like runes traced into it, and if you keep chipping, um, eventually you realize that it's probably about, I don't know, 2 feet thick by the time you're able to like either give up or kind of discern it based on like looking around. But you realize that about halfway into it, there's this thick stone portion with runes like drawn through the whole thing.
Mm.
Um,
Seems like the reverse gravity is going to be our best bet.
Here's the thing, though. If we go through a reverse gravity field, are we also going to be susceptible to the reverse gravity?
True.
I don't know.
it's all right, we got it, guys. What?
That aren't. It says all creatures and objects that aren't, but it doesn't say if it's at the start or if you walk into it.
Somehow aren't anchored to the ground. So let's anchor ourselves and well, if I can't. If we're trying to run, how does that work? Hold stones.
So anchored would
Yes.
mean like anchored, not just like I'm holding a heavy object.
You're holding something that's tied onto the floor.
Um,
I mean,
yeah,
I could
it's
just
like
do it.
smooth. It's
and
like
then-
smooth, like tile floors. So like, it's not like you
So
can
they
just,
would
like,
all fail. So if I can just do it and then release it, and then knock them all on their ass, and we try to run past them, and then I can throw up a wall of thorns when we get to the elevator.
I'll wall of fire.
We can do that too if you want to kill them.
Well, no, just so like they don't come through. You know?
You can take us out as hostages.
That too. We're still technically guards. I forgot.
Yeah.
This is new for me. Well, it's been a while.
It's not new for you.
You know, I'm essentially. You turned me into a pirate.
I'm gonna go attempt to see how many people are outside of the hallway. Is there a window in the door?
there is no window in the door. I will say if you ask Finn, Finn has true sight up, and while he can't see through this wall, he can see through this wall. Um, so as you look through, Finn, you see probably 100 guards in like full riot gear, like full armor and whatnot. I say riot gear like it's real life. In full armor, and there's what seem to be warcasters of sorts. Like, and it doesn't look like just a bunch of like
Pencil pusher guards.
No, no.
Okay, I'm gonna. Hmm. Okay. I'm going to look through, like, wander up and down the shelves. You said it's like this huge room.
Yep.
And try and find the scariest looking thing I can possibly find.
Okay. Okay. Give me an investigation check.
28.
Okay.
Jesus.
All
Christ.
right. I guess assuming it has to fit on a shelf.
Yeah.
You describe to me what you find in terms of like why it looks scary. Because I.
Okay. I find um hmm, I find a shield,
Okay.
like a tower shield type thing. And uh for those of you who remember, Magmore has like this super elaborate suit of armor.
The Panthers.
With like these giant panthers on it. This is almost as elaborate, if not more elaborate, except for it looks like it's like weeping blood. It's just like horrific face.
Okay.
It's this entire tower shield.
Why is it
It's
here?
this horrific face. It is magical. I have no idea what it does. I do not have time to identify and like find out what it does. But I'm gonna pick it up, put it on my arm, and say, we can threaten to activate whatever this thing is.
All right. I'm gonna. If this is the one we're gonna go with, I'm gonna go ahead and cast enhance ability on at 5th level, so we all get it. So we all have a advantage on charisma. Any charisma checks.
Amazing.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh God, we're gonna die. Heavyneck's gonna be so sad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, who would like to do the convincing? Because I don't think it should be me. I'm just the
Why
The
don't I
activator.
why don't I pick up the phone and tell them that we are being held hostage and that your demands are that, you get out of this alive, or else
We activate all the
Magmore
doomsday
James and I
devices.
Magmore James and I die because we have such and such strapped to us. I don't know.
Okay, I've got it.
Roll with it. Roll with it.
There
I've
are
got it.
explosives.
I've
we
got
have
it. I've got it. Okay.
explosives on us.
No wrong answer.
Finn, you must inform them that we will activate the shield of the Hidden Lord.
Yeah, we're a crazy death cult that came to release our leader, who's
Papa?
entrapped in this terrifying shield.
All right. I guess I will do it.
Is
Finn's
that what
gonna
we
pick
want to
up-
do? Do we want to make it that commit? Like, if it's too bad, then we'll be like, no, we can't do it because then that'll be released on the world. Right? I'm just playing.
I don't actually know if that's what this is. It just looks pretty creepy.
No, I know. I just don't want to be too convincing. Where they're like, no, we have to sacrifice everything to stop it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you got to find the
Yeah.
balance.
Yeah, this is a god that we shouldn't be touching right now. Yeah.
The best part is that it might be, but I'm just
Yeah.
like carrying it.
If you guys want
Speaking
to
of
roll the
gods.
dice, I'm down.
Magmore, can your god help us at all?
I tried. He's not listening to me right now.
What the fuck good are gods? Okay.
I don't know.
So our
Anymore.
two choices are convince them to leave or use the rope trick and hope that works.
Well, at least if we can get up outside of if we can get up and outside of this field, I can get us back to Xandas.
I
All right.
feel like as long as we get in the elevator and it goes up a little bit.
That's what I'm saying. If we can get to the elevator, we can block it off and we can figure something out. All right.
I mean,
If it goes wrong, I'm just gonna reverse gravity, and hide behind the shield so no one can see me and dispel it and hope for the best.
All right, Finn's gonna pick up the phone.
okay. So as Finn picks up the phone and like the camera zooms in on Finn as he starts to talk, we're gonna cut it there, and we're gonna figure
Yeah.
out next week. Because
That's fair.
depending on how this goes, this could be really long or it could be really quick. So I don't want to.
And I actually want somebody to figure out what this thing I picked up is, because it'll just make it so much better.
Well, we
I
can't
can't-
right now. We're in the middle of shit.
No. I want the DM to figure out what it actually does.
Okay.
In the case that it like actually possesses all of us and then releases a pit fiend.
Honestly,
Awesome.
that would be funny.
It's either that or it does nothing. Like it's just like
Well,
a plus
yeah,
one
I mean,
shield.
I'm guessing that it does nothing.
It's
but,
the
like,
it's the birthday shield, and when you activate it, it just kind of shoots out confetti.
It's just a demonic face that shoots out confetti.
It was for a goth kid.
I mean, the shield of the hidden lord actually speaks to people who are near it, so I don't think that that's what this is.
All right. So thank you all
We'll
for
find
watching.
out next time.
We'll find out next time. Make sure you come back if you're listening. If you have Twitter and you want to tweet at us what you think this shield should be, I'm open to suggestions.
Oh my god, yes. Yes.
And we'll see.
Please make it something helpful.
Yeah.
And we'll see.
Or hilariously unhelpful.
Yeah, one or the other. Both are
At least
awesome.
make our deaths funny.
I was gonna say maybe if I get a bunch of them, I'll put them all together and I'll just roll randomly to see which one it is.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
We'll see. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. And see you next Wednesday.